Whereas I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie!
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm gonna be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. only on 11Alive.
The 11Alive app is your go-to source for all things Atlanta.
You hear what happened today? I'll tell you all about it.
Breaking news the moment it happens.
The boil water advisory.
Hyperlocal, accurate weather alert.
You may want to grab that sweater, maybe even a coat.
More stories to uncover. More videos to discover.
He did it his way.
Personalized for you.
And that's what makes it so special.
The 11Alive app. Available now in the App Store.
Hey, I got the ways to go. I got moves to make, homie, but I stay in the flow. See, I just do what I say I'm gonna do. No, my movement ain't faded. You could assume what you're doing was great.
Oh, and so I was saying, there is always something filming here in Atlanta. From movies to TV shows, you name it. And so the A scene keeps up with all of it for you. Casting calls, which big celebrities are in town, what's filming, and if it's in your neighborhood. It's like an inside scoop.
Oh, nice. But you know, I really wish you would have told us we were filming this today.
Ooh, did I not text you? All right. Ah, it's in my drafts. That's my bad.
So you slept in and you missed Morning Rush, huh? Well, here's what you missed. In my experience, good guys do finish last.
All right, tonight on Primetime, a family dog almost dies after chewing gum, the toxic ingredient that's in more products than you might realize. And she passed away several years ago. But police say someone is still swiping her credit card. How this bizarre case of identity fraud was able to go under the radar.
11Alive News Primetime on the ATL starts now.
All right, but first on Primetime News, a man killed while walking on Georgia 400 this past weekend has now been laid to rest, but his family is still wondering how he ended up on the highway without a car. 11Alive's Joe Hinkey spoke with the 21-year-old's family who have now reported his car stolen.
Stefan Agan would have turned 22 on New Year's Day and planned to soon finish an engineering degree. His cousin, Sonia Helene, says on Saturday morning, Atlanta police called Agan's mother.
Just none of it makes sense at all. None of it.
Atlanta police tell 11Alive officers found Agan unconscious and not breathing after a driver hit Agan who was walking along Georgia 400. The driver stayed at the scene and told police Agan had been in the left southbound lane near Sidney Marcus Boulevard.
My cousin goes out to have a good time before Christmas and then ends up dead the very next morning. That's hard to understand.
Helene says this is the timeline they have. Around 8 p.m. on Friday, Agan ate dinner at his mother's house near Sandy Springs, where he lived, and then headed out with a new group of friends his family never met. Agan's family later found a Snapchat photo he sent timestamped 1 a.m. from the PBR bar next to SunTrust Park.
But it said, you know, I don't really like bars, to be honest.
The bar closed at 2 a.m. and Agan called his brother around 3 a.m. to ask what time his brother needed help moving in the morning.
He said 9 a.m. He said, okay, I'll see you in the morning. And that was the last communication that we had with Stefan.
What happened between that call and police being called is unknown.
That's the time period that we need to focus in on, and we have nothing else to go on other than, you know, knowing the key things that are missing.
Helene says police only found Agan's wallet with a few dollars and his ID inside. His keys, cell phone, and vehicle are missing. Agan's family says he drove his Navy 2016 Nissan Rogue with tag CJM 8755, which they have since reported stolen. The 21-year-old's family is asking friends that were with him, any witnesses or anyone who spots his vehicle, to call police.
And whoever knows anything or has seen anything or can remember anything, even if it's very small, just reach out.
That was Joe Hinkey reporting for us tonight. By the way, the Atlanta Police Department confirmed they're continuing to investigate Agan's death, but they have not commented or commented whether they have a real reason to suspect foul play. Agan's family says he was at a bar, but he was not a heavy drinker and did not have any concerning medical history. Well, one of the people accused of carjacking a 74-year-old woman and then stealing her dog faces new charges in this case. Today, a judge announced 4 additional charges against Aaron Johnson, including elder exploitation. 74-year-old Rosa Smith was attacked at a Chevron station on Gresham Road earlier this month. Her car was then stolen with her dog inside. Johnson turned himself in after police spoke with his dad. He waived his court appearance and was denied bond. He is expected back in court next month.
Well, we're watching the clouds roll in tonight as we head into this Thursday evening. We're seeing the clouds thicken up. So that is in advance of a frontal system that's going to bring in a chance for rain as we head into the weekend. Now, Friday, Saturday, those chances are pretty slim. They're very light. And we're going to continue to see temperatures very warm until that front moves through on Sunday. And it's actually made for a beautiful sunset tonight. This was Dan Mazzara's take on it at Lake Windward, with the clouds reflecting against the lake surface there. And this is from Sandy Springs. Mark Biernath taking a picture of the Sandy Springs, the King and Queen building there. Absolutely gorgeous, vibrant colors out there as those high cirrus clouds move in. So we'll see the clouds increase tonight. Chance for showers slim and few and far between on our Friday and Saturday. And then that leads us right into Sunday when the rain returns, and it looks like it might be a soaker. We'll have all the details on that coming up.
All right, Sam, we'll see in a couple of minutes. A pair of armed robbers are on the run tonight after shooting a woman. The search for these men tops our speed feed. So this is what we know. Police say these 2 men right there on your screen robbed the Starship Enterprises in Rockdale County earlier this week. During the robbery, a female employee was shot twice in the leg. Later that same night, police say one of these men also robbed a Quick Stop. This is right off of Georgia Highway 20. They took off in an unknown vehicle. If you recognize them, you're urged to contact police. 2 men wanted in the murder of a Motel 6. In the murder at a Motel 6 are now behind bars. Police have arrested Tony Reynoso. They believe that he's connected to the shooting death of Jeffrey Flansburgh. This all happened last week, and police today have also arrested 32-year-old Joshua Osterman after he turned himself in. They believe that Osterman actually left Reynoso after the shooting. Well, it's shaping up to be a very Merry Christmas for one lucky person out of Decatur. Guess what? Lottery officials confirmed a $1 million Powerball ticket was sold on Christmas Day, and on Christmas Eve, a winning ticket of nearly $600,000 was sold in Atlanta. The winners have 180 days to claim those prizes. Hurt Park in downtown Atlanta is a popular spot for the homeless to get a free hot meal, especially around the holidays. But some people who work or live in that area say the park looks like a dump after major holidays. Latasha Givens has more on what started out as a really good thing, but now folks are concerned.
The people who complained about this felt so uncomfortable, they didn't want to talk about it on camera because they don't want to discourage people from giving. But those who live by the park or enjoy the park, they just want those who serve the food to clean it up. And it's a problem the city has tried to fix before. Take a look at these pictures. They're taken from Facebook of various organizations feeding the homeless at Hurt Park, downtown Atlanta. But hours after meals were served on Christmas this year, it looked like this. Mounds of trash and food left on the ground overnight. City crews were at the park Thursday morning cleaning it up, but officials say this is why the city of Atlanta started to enforce an old ordinance requiring a permit to serve food at the park. Now, the permit includes a fee starting at $50 and goes up there based on the amount of people planning to attend. Now, that cost is supposed to pay for cleanup.
All right, Latasha Givens reporting for us tonight. We found 4 organizations that tagged their group as being at the park serving food yesterday. We reached out to them to get their perspective on this trash issue, and we have not heard back just yet. Coming up at 9 o'clock, what city officials say the best alternative way to help feed the homeless. Christmas is behind us, as you know, and now AAA says millions plan to take to the skies. Cities like Atlanta will feel the rush of the holiday traffic on our roadways. 11Alive Deborah Tuff is at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, where she says flights are on time for now.
I've heard a lot of different stories from travelers here at the airport. One man told me he didn't have any problems flying back home to Atlanta, where another woman told me she's been waiting a whopping 36 hours just to fly out to Louisiana. But whatever the case, make sure you pack light, pack right, and pack a load of patience, because this is the busiest travel day of the year. That's according to AAA. The travel agency says 7 million people taking to the skies today alone. One mom from New York says she can tell.
We got bumped twice this morning, but it was pretty good. My brother works for Delta, so we fly standby, so it's always an adventure coming down here.
For Marcellus Sanders, the adventure started in Chicago on a different flight than his wife and young daughter. They got stuck there while his plane landed safely in Atlanta early this morning.
Plane got delayed. They told them that they were going to try to test the plane to see if after they repaired the brakes or whatever. So supposedly they tested the plane, took it off, and then landed the plane and figured out that it didn't work at all. So they had to get another plane, and yeah, so we're here now. The drama, yes. American Airlines, thanks, guys.
Last check, stories like this were rare for folks at Hartsfield-Jackson. Screens showing flights were on time or already arrived, a surprise for Lucas Ribeiro.
I went to Tampa on Sunday, and I thought it would be busy here because that's like the biggest airport that I've met. And was fine. The coming back was pretty cool too.
As always, to find out if there's been any changes with your flight, you can always check with your airline.
All right, Deborah, thanks a lot. By the way, Christmas brought a gift for some Jeopardy fans yesterday, all taking place in Atlanta. There he is. Alex Trebek was spotted at the Lakers-Clippers game. The fans were excited to see him in good health. Trebek announced that he was battling pancreatic cancer last year. He finished chemotherapy back in August and had to start another treatment shortly after in September. Since then, Alex has been vocal about pancreatic cancer awareness. And of course, we are wishing him a speedy recovery. You know, there are no days off for elite athletes getting ready for the next Olympics now, just 7 months away. That is certainly true for Christian Taylor, who came home to Fayetteville, Georgia to spend time with his family this Christmas. He works out at the Georgia Tech track when he's at home. He spends most of the year traveling and competing. Christian Taylor is the reigning Olympic champion and current world champion in the triple jump. He's one of the most successful track team, part of the most successful track team, the USA track and field athletes in history. And it all started in Georgia. And he loves to come home, of course, to maintain his level of success. He takes long workouts even on Christmas Day and the day after Christmas.
Yeah, no days off. You know, day after Christmas, here you are, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, ate good. I felt a little guilty, but then I thought, I'm going to be out here tomorrow. We're blessed with this weather, and Georgia Tech has been phenomenal, open up their track facilities.
By the way, Cheryl Preheim will be following Christian's journey to the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, along with our other Georgia Olympic hopefuls. And you can get to watch the Summer Games exclusively right here on 11Alive. Hey, got a Christmas gift you didn't want? You're not alone. Next, tips on how to return your unwanted items the smart way. And don't forget, we're streaming right now on the 11Alive YouTube channel. Subscribe and join the conversation in the community section. We've got more 11Alive news, prime time, after the break.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout-out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibe with it. It's a good time. We don't worry about the hate. We just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have
Well, as you know, Christmas is over. The gifts have been unwrapped, but not all of them have been actually opened. Experts say 75% of the people received a gift they want to take back. And if you're one of those people, you better act fast. NBC's Carrie Sanders has a few tips on returning your rejects.
Navigating the wild world of returns can be a daunting task, and it's best not to wait.
Make sure you know the window of when you need to return something.
Many retailers like Best Buy, Macy's, and Overstock.com have extended their windows for returns to accommodate the holidays. But Target stands out with a standard 90-day return policy. And at REI, you get a full year. If you're planning on going in person to make a return, experts say never forget the receipt. Many retailers require it. Read the return policies closely. Some specialty items have different deadlines. Don't take the tags off until you decide it's a keeper. And if you're returning a gift by mail, always get a tracking number so you know the package got there. UPS predicts the peak shipping day will be January 2nd. They call it National Return Day, and they're estimating nearly 2 million packages will be shipped back, up 26% from last year. And if you can't return your present, you can always consider other options.
There are ways to get some of your money back. You can always consider selling it on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Nextdoor, or you can try your luck at donating it.
All right, so retail experts predict the value of all those returns will top $100 billion. That is up 10% from last year.
Unseasonably warm weather just continues here. We had it on Christmas Eve, and we almost had a record on Christmas Eve, making up to 71 degrees, didn't quite make it. And then today, fantastic, and it looks like these warm temperatures are going to continue for a couple more days, too. So we did manage to get down in the low 40s this morning, but then we made it all the way up to 66 degrees for a high temperature today. So that's 14 degrees above average. Our low was 42, so that was 7 degrees above average here. And rainfall, we're looking pretty good right now. We still have a deficit, but we are looking so much better because we received almost 5 inches of rain so far this month, and that has taken us out of the drought. We'll have more on that later on in the newscast. But we're looking at the cooler air over the horizon, nice and warm here right now. But that's why we're seeing these clouds roll in advance of a front, and that front is going to usher in some cooler air. So expect to see those clouds increasing overnight tonight. Kind of a cloudy gray Friday with just a few showers out there. So we're expecting to see these clouds thicken up as we head through the evening hours. That'll keep us nice and mild, however, during the overnight hours. So here's what we're thinking of in terms of the forecast track tonight. We'll see those clouds slowly rolling in. They'll thicken up during the overnight hours. So as you head out the door tomorrow, it may look kind of gray and overcast to start, but we'll see the showers moving in the afternoon and evening, primarily south of I-20. We think that'll be the best chance to see the showers south of I-20 on our Friday afternoon and evening. Then Saturday, it looks like, we'll be watching for those showers to move in from the south. They'll be widely scattered, few and far between, and on the light side. But we have about a 20% chance Friday and Saturday of seeing some of these showers. Now let's take you into Saturday night. And it looks like you may want to grab your umbrella before you head out the door if you're going to be out late. And then overnight, that moisture starts to stream in, and we'll see more widespread rain on our Sunday. We can't even rule out a chance for some thunderstorms here on our Sunday afternoon and evening. So we'll definitely be watching for that potential here. That could really mess up some plans. I know a lot of folks planning to travel on Sunday after a long holiday week, and it could be problematic in terms of at the airport. They're anticipating they could see some delays as the day wears on Saturday afternoon and evening. So just bear that in mind if you have loved ones returning home on Sunday night. We can't even rule out some thunderstorms here as we head into Sunday afternoon and evening. The frontal system will be moving through later on in the afternoon and evening hours and overnight. So then we'll start to see those temperatures dropping as the front moves through. So the rainfall amounts start out very light over the weekend, and then they pick up. We could easily see a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches across North Georgia as we head into our Sunday night and Monday. So we'll be watching for the rain to return on our Sunday. So a 20% chance on Friday and Saturday, a 90% chance of showers and storms on Sunday. And then New Year's Eve, we ring in the new year with a 50% chance of rain on New Year's Day.
All right, thanks a lot, Sam. Just think about how many commercials you watch over the course of a decade. 10 years of commercials. Do any of them stand out to you? Many advertisement campaigns from this decade were not just about selling a bunch of stuff. Some took advantage or a stance on conversations happening all across our country. For some brands like Nike, it was a big risk. This commercial with former 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick caused shares in Nike to plummet. He was one of the most controversial stars related to the NFL when the advertisement was released in 2018. The commercial references his contentious relationship with the league after Kaepernick chose to kneel during the national anthem to protest police brutality against African Americans.
Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything.
Now, Nike was not the only company to take this risk. One of the most viral commercials of the decade was an ad called Like a Girl. It was released back in 2014. In it, the women's hygiene brand Always was making a point about gender stereotypes.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl.
My hair.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
All right, so by the way, today that video has nearly 68 million views. And many people in Atlanta probably remember the It's Beautiful campaign from Coca-Cola in 2014.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies. Por tus olas de grano sambar. Yo piscina sakuti. Soy baba ng mga brutas.
You know, a lot of people had harsh things to say about that commercial, but Coca-Cola stuck with it, airing it again before the 2017 Super Bowl, right after President Trump announced a controversial travel ban. You know, there are also a lot of campaigns that we have had an impact on the cultural conversations in our country. Sometimes the risks actually pay off. Nike sales, by the way, jumped 31% right after the Kaepernick commercial aired. Kaepernick's new Nike shoe went on sale earlier this week. It sold out in just 2 hours. Straight ahead, coming up after the break, a family dog nearly killed by chewing gum, the toxic ingredient that could be dangerous for your pet.
5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibes. Vibe with it, it's a good time. We don't worry about the hate, we just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite spot is down the street from your home or a great view. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram and share your favorite Instagram spots in Atlanta. And come hang out with me on Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
It looks like fun.
They are fun, and they're convenient, but they're being dumped everywhere.
5,000 scooters at one time active throughout the city. I enjoy them myself. They're fun. There's got to be some regulations.
I just feel like we have to evolve with the times, though. They're not going anywhere they should.
You know, most pet owners out there know there's a long list of things you should not feed your dog, like chocolate, chicken bones. But did you know that ice cream, peanut butter, even cereal could send some of your pups to the hospital? Jay Wallace, with our sister station out of Dallas, shares one family's experience.
I've grown up with dogs all my life. When I was just as young as I can remember, my family's always had at least a dog. I think most people are familiar with the dangers of chocolate to dogs. Grapes is another big one. Garlic and onions. We were all home, getting ready to have dinner. It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. Not more than 3, 4, 5 minutes later, Lacey, our little Yorkie poo, threw up on the floor. Lacey, stop eating that. You're going to get sick again. My wife yelled at me to come into the room, into the kitchen, because Lacey was looking very abnormal. She wasn't able to walk in a straight line, very uncoordinated, kind of leaning over to the side a little bit. And she eventually just fell over on the floor. As my wife's holding, a dying dog in her lap, I'm just doing everything I can to get to the vet as quick as we can. And then my wife rushes her in and they take her back immediately. But it was hard to watch because we know she's in pain. She was crying like I've never heard a dog cry before. My daughter, while we were at the vet's office, who was still home, contacted us to let us know that she had found some partially chewed gum on one of the beds in the house. This is the exact product our dog got into, and you can see, if I spin this around here, the very first ingredient right ahead of chewing gum base is xylitol. I think a really simple solution just to get the awareness out to the general public and to the consumers is a warning label on products that contain xylitol. We weren't aware of it. I'm sure there are others out there that own dogs that aren't aware of it.
We have a lot of really critical patients. We're taking care of some of the sickest of the sick here. By and large, the most common source of xylitol toxicity is gum, and almost invariably it's, a big container of Orbit's gum or something like that, Trident, that's left in someone's purse. There's been a rise in toxicity with it and lack of knowledge of it because it's been incorporated into our foods more frequently in the past decade. The major urgency lies in the fact that when blood sugar drops, all of the organs in the body suffer, especially the brain. So while weakness is one of the first signs that we see, weakness can progress to seizures, collapse, or even buildup of fluid in the brain and eventual death. Definitely hang your purse up or your jacket, if you keep those things in your pocket, out of reach of dogs or in a closet where they can't get to it. I love treating sick pets and I love getting them home.
All right, coming up after the break, DNA testing kits remain a popular holiday gift, but this year some doctors are warning they can create unnecessary panic.
Up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, oh, let's just order some Chinese food, and of course you wind up eating tons of that. And then on Monday you're like, well, I got leftovers, I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie!
No.
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm gonna be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. only on 11Alive.
The 11Alive app is your go-to source for all things Atlanta.
You hear what happened today? I'll tell you all about it.
Breaking news the moment it happens.
The boil water advisory.
Hyperlocal, accurate weather alert.
You may want to grab that sweater, maybe even a coat.
More stories to uncover. More videos to discover.
He did it his way.
Personalized for you.
And that's what makes it so special.
The 11Alive app. Available now in the App Store.
Hey, I got the ways to go. I got moves to make, homie, but I stay in the flow. See, I just do what I say I'm gonna do. No, my movement ain't faded. You could assume what you're doing was great.
Oh, and so I was saying, there is always something filming here in Atlanta. From movies to TV shows, you name it. And so the A scene keeps up with all of it for you. Casting calls, which big celebrities are in town, what's filming, and if it's in your neighborhood. It's like an inside scoop.
Oh, nice. But you know, I really wish you would have told us we were filming this today.
Ooh, did I not text you? All right. It's in my drafts. That's my bad.
So you slept in and you missed morning rush, huh? Well, here's what you missed. In my experience, good guys do finish last.
Stop.
I consider myself a nice guy. I've got the most beautiful woman in the world in my eyes.
You're a nice guy too,
Yeah.
I'm saying in my experience, when growing up, good guys didn't finish last.
Somebody broke his heart somewhere along the line.
We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for coffee this morning. I'm learning the taste of water, because I'm sugary.
A Forsyth County family in for a big surprise when they realized someone has been charging thousands of dollars to their mom's credit card 5 years after her death. And the family tells Jay Plyburn the suspect was living in the woman's home when all of these charges went through.
For somebody to use a deceased person's identity to buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff is shocking. I got a notice from Regions Bank saying that no payment had been made on a credit card for Marcel Mathis, which is my mom, who'd been deceased about 5 years. Thought I had canceled all of her credit cards, all her accounts. Somehow one card slipped through the cracks and did not get canceled. And the credit card company sent out a renewal. I went to the bank and found out it was not a scam, that someone was actually using my mom's credit card.
But it wasn't just anyone. Police say it was Marilyn Heilig, the woman who was renting his mom's house. Mathis says he was in the process of evicting Heilig, who had fallen behind on her rent.
I had given her a notice that her lease had been terminated. She's supposed to move out November the 31st, but she stretched it, as she always does, till the 2nd of December. All this time using my mom's credit card. The bank suggested that I go to the Sheriff's Department and file a report with them, which I did that same day.
Forsyth County Sheriff's Office detectives identified Heilig using the credit card all over the area, racking up some major charges.
$13,000. When I found out that she had been placed in custody, that made my Christmas.
Heilig has now been charged with more than 20 counts of fraud, including identity theft. She's currently out of the jail on bond, and as a result of all of this, Mathis says he will never ever again rent his mom's house out. In the first sign of the GOP to sit ahead of the Senate impeachment trial, one moderate Republican says she's disturbed by the majority leader's plans to coordinate with the White House. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump is still lashing out at the Democrats while on his holiday break, calling them hypocrites. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Pelosi today.
As the impeachment of President Trump prepares to shift to the Senate, all eyes are on a small number of moderate Republicans who could help shape the trial process. Now, one of those key senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, saying she's concerned by Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's promise to work with the president's lawyers.
We have to take that step back from being hand in glove with the defense.
Murkowski responding directly to McConnell's recent comments.
We'll be working through this process, hopefully in a fairly short period of time, in total coordination with the White House counsel's office.
In fairness, when I heard that, I was disturbed.
Senator Murkowski says she won't decide whether to convict until the end of the trial. 20 Republicans would have to join Democrats to remove the president from office. That's highly unlikely, but it would take just 4 crossover votes to change the rules, including calling for witnesses, something Democrats want.
You can't do what truth dictates and justice demands without all the information. And this is Americans.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi digging in, saying she won't send articles of impeachment to the Senate until she's sure there will be a fair trial. President Trump blasting Democrats for demanding everything the Republicans weren't allowed to have in the House, calling them hypocrites. Trial negotiations between the top Senate Democrat and Republican are now at an impasse, the two sides ending the year locked in another battle in the war over impeachment.
We are 11Alive Storm Trackers staying on top of the drought, and the latest drought index came out today. And this is how we looked back on Halloween. So I thought, well, how have we progressed in 2 months? So 2 months ago, on October 31st, on Halloween, we looked like this, with severe and extreme drought all across the metro and across much of North Georgia. So that was a real concern for us at the end of October. Well, then we went into the end of November, and on Thanksgiving, we shrunk that area. So we still had some spots of severe and moderate drought across the Atlanta area during the month of November, but that rainfall we received that month really helped out. And now, this is today's no drought across North Georgia, just across extreme far southwest Georgia. We have dry conditions, but we're not technically even in a full-out drought there either. So conditions have improved and more rain on the way. We're going to see high pressure move on out. It's going to allow a few showers as we head into our Saturday. Friday and Saturday, a few light showers, and then get ready for Sunday because it looks like this front is going to approach and it's going to return widespread rain across the area, yes, again on a weekend and a holiday weekend at that. So coming up, we'll time it out for you and let you know when to expect that rain.
All right, Sam, thanks a lot. You know, it is a popular holiday gift you may have even opened up yesterday. At-home DNA kits entice you to find out about your ancestry and learn about your health. But when it comes to showing your risk for getting certain diseases in the future, doctors say watch out. They have a warning. Christy Etheridge is taking us behind the headlines.
For only $129, 23andMe says they'll find your ancestry and test your genetic risk factor for certain diseases, including type 2 diabetes, late-onset Alzheimer's, and BRCA1 or 2, commonly associated with breast cancer. Dr. Cecilia Bellcross is a board-certified genetics counselor and an associate professor at Emory.
What's the issue with people reading these results at home?
If they're reading those results as this is a for sure 100% accurate prediction and ignoring things like their family history or their lifestyle and environment, then they're getting a very skewed and inaccurate picture of their actual risk.
Thanks to better technology, genetic medicine has exploded, and testing your own DNA has become quite popular. Thanks to several direct-to-consumer kits, now with a quick spit or swab, people can do it from home. But Dr. Bellcross says interpreting the results is not so easy. She says think of it like a puzzle with 1,000 pieces.
We're trying to figure out the puzzle picture with only 50 of those puzzle pieces. So there's a lot of missing information.
On their website, 23andMe admits they only test for certain variants in a gene. That means if you have a variant they don't test for, you could still be at risk. It also means that even if the results show you're in the clear, you could still develop the disease.
Genetics is not a crystal ball.
The FDA limits how much at-home kits can say, so some people have gone the extra step of sending those results to a third-party lab. Dr. Bellcross says that's where the real harm comes in.
A study was released showing that 40% of the results coming out of that third-party lab were false positives.
This is potentially life-changing information.
Absolutely.
It could cause real panic and distress.
Yes, yes.
And the last thing to consider, think about if you're ready for whatever the test could show.
Parents are doing these tests on their kids. Would you want to know if your 5-year-old was going to get early onset Alzheimer's disease? Shouldn't that be their decision on whether or not to be tested?
All right, so we reached out to 23andMe and several other companies. 23andMe sent us a statement that says, in part, if an individual has a family history of a medical condition or other indications for clinical testing, we always recommend consulting a healthcare provider first. We're going to put the full statement on our website at 11alive.com. An Atlanta man will enter the new year with a new heart after a Christmas Day transplant. Carl Anderson has dealt with heart failure for several years now. He was placed on a heart transplant list in October. Well, on Christmas Day, he received the gift of a heart transplant. Anderson was notified at 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas that he had a match. Anderson is currently recovering at Emory's Cardiac ICU. There is a GoFundMe set up to help offset some of those medical costs. It has already raised more than $35,000 from generous donors. A Christmas Day fire leaves hundreds of people unsure of where they're going to stay tonight. How the community is coming together to lend a helping hand.
Broke his heart somewhere along the line.
We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for coffee this morning.
I'm learning the taste of water because I'm sugary.
Yeah,
right.
About that.
Reward would be
Slimming down. Okay.
Yes,
right?
okay.
Yeah, a little water in my cup.
And beautiful skin. You know, even more beautiful skin, you know, when it's all hydrated and everything else. I'm not going to be able to sit next to you in a few months.
Don't drink your morning coffee alone. Have it with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Some mornings, what you want isn't what you have time for. And that's why there's the Rush Blog, the biggest news of the day in 5 minutes or less. Quick and convenient for all those hectic mornings. Catch the Rush Blog on the Morning Rush.
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibes. When you vibe with it, it's a good time. We don't worry about the hate, we just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hence. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite.
A Christmas disaster in Minneapolis, a devastating fire at a hotel has left hundreds of people, including about 100 kids, with nowhere to go. The Drake Hotel was being used as temporary housing and an overflow shelter when it caught fire early Christmas morning. But now neighbors are stepping up. Denny Spiewak has more.
Come on, it's gonna be okay, come on.
Shalini Dugas wants to be strong for her kids.
It's Christmas morning and these children are looking for presents and hope and Santa, and the parents are trying to hold it together.
But it is not easy.
Nobody knows nothing. I don't have any family here. I'm from Louisiana.
Like, I came here with nothing. And I really left with nothing.
And I already lost everything once. And now I just lost absolutely everything.
Kim Jones didn't even have a pair of shoes, so Jennifer Wallen took care of it.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for all the volunteers.
It's good to see the human spirit, you know, alive. Especially when we see so much stuff that's so ugly and awful.
By afternoon, donations of clothes, food, diapers, even wrapped Christmas gifts filled a whole parking lot, leading volunteers to announce they could no longer accept any more.
We've got enough. People really showed the spirit today.
Hennepin County Commissioner Angela Conley says the Red Cross set up a 3-day shelter, but the future remains uncertain.
It was a shelter. We were in overflow waiting to go to another shelter, so we're all just, I don't even know, like more homeless than we already were.
But with the generosity of complete strangers, it'll help them get through the day.
It's really a blessing, and we're thankful for Minnesota.
Makes my heart feel good to see all these people out here.
But I thank you so much. I thank everybody that came out here to help us. I thank y'all so much.
So the Red Cross is now urging people to donate money instead of goods. The county shelter team is working to find more permanent housing for those who have been displaced.
Well, these temperatures have really been something this holiday week, haven't they? Just so nice and mild with the sunshine. Not bad at all. In fact, temperatures today were some 14 degrees above average as we got up to 66 degrees after a morning low of 42. So unseasonably warm to be sure today as high pressure was in charge. It's still going to be in charge tomorrow. That'll squelch some of the showers that are trying to move in on our Friday afternoon and evening. But it will start to weaken a little bit and move off to the east. So we'll watch a few showers move in. We think south of I-20 on our Friday afternoon. So fast forward to Saturday. Yes, we'll have widespread cloud cover, and we'll be watching a few showers move in the afternoon and evening hours. But Saturday won't be a complete washout. We'll just see some scattered light showers around prefrontal. Then the front moves in, and we'll see more widespread rain on our Sunday. It could be fairly widespread on Sunday morning for Sunday services, and then throughout the afternoon, we could see rainfall pick up in intensity, possibly some thunderstorms as we head into Sunday night here. The yellow on the screen represents some heavier rain. So as the front moves through itself, we could end up seeing some thunderstorms. We think most likely Sunday night into the overnight, and then we should see things cool down pretty quickly and clear out pretty quickly as well. So more detailed timing here on all of this. So Friday in the morning, it's widespread cloudiness, so overcast skies for Friday morning, tomorrow morning, and then we'll see a few showers scooting in. I think most of them will stay south of I-20, southeast of 85, and then dissipating in the evening as they hit that more stable air where the high pressure was. And then Saturday, maybe a little more widespread action here, but still very light shower activity, most of it in the evening hours. That's why I think tonight is the best night for Christmas lights, because you're going to have to dodge a few showers potentially the next couple of days. And then let's pick it up there with the rain that we could see on Sunday. Widespread rain moving in as we get into our Sunday morning, and it looks like we'll have some potentially heavy rain off and on throughout the day. So this is 10 a.m. We may have some breaks in the action, but a 90% chance for the showers and the rain. We could end up seeing some 1.5 to even 2 inches in far north Georgia as this moves on through. And they can see the heaviest here moving through late Sunday evening and into the early morning hours on Monday. This is 3:30 in the morning, but we do think it'll clear out pretty quickly behind it. So by Monday during the day, we should see that northwesterly wind kicking in and things will clear out very nicely, and temperatures will get back to where they should be this time of year as we approach New Year's Eve. So we're looking at that light rain to start, most likely around less than ½ inch here in the Atlanta metro area, but heavier amounts here in the North Georgia mountains where we could see as much as 1.5 to 2.5 inches across northwest Georgia. So we'll be tracking that as we head in through through this last weekend of 2019. So a 20% chance Friday and Saturday, and 90% chance of showers and storms on Sunday. That'll be the soggiest day of the weekend, pretty much a wash. And then we dry it out Monday and New Year's Eve for a pretty nice New Year's Eve seasonal temps. And we ring in 2020 with a 50% chance of rain.
All right, thanks a lot, Sam. A more than 100-year-old find is keeping one Memphis family really busy this holiday season. Love letters sent to a former resident at that home were stumbled upon in the attic. Now a Christmas visitor is helping preserve these memories. Kelly Cook has that story.
Inside this more than century-old house in Midtown is a love story between a woman named Anna Bunch.
She was born in 1901, so she would have been 17.
And a man named James Hill Foster.
He's really putting the moves on Anna because he wants to know if he has any chance and is she seeing other fellas.
A love story told through about 25 letters, tucked away, covered in soot under a floorboard in the attic.
Because you really can't even unfold the letter without breaking the fibers, and it just crumbles.
This isn't Catherine Singley's house. It belongs to her son and daughter-in-law. But they knew she would be the perfect person to piece together the historic find.
So I do contract work for museums and private collectors.
She spent the past 40 years as a trained object conservator. Her trip to Memphis for the holidays would reveal her latest project.
His spelling wasn't the best.
Unraveling this more than 102-year-old romance. According to Ancestry.com, Anna Bunch and her 3 siblings lived in this house in the early 1900s. The letter started in 1917.
They used to deliver mail twice a day. So some of them say, you know, I waited for the afternoon mail and your letter wasn't in there.
Most coming from an army post in Clinton, Mississippi. But the stationery shows he possibly moved around a bit. Peabody Hotel, the YMCA, Hugh Foster Insurance, and Hernando. But wherever he was always writing Anna. From their relationship lows.
He's apologizing. I'm sorry for what I said last night.
Sure hope you're feeling better today.
To the relationship highs.
She eventually marries him in Oklahoma.
But how long did it take?
Well, she married in 1927, so it took 9 years. So it was very persistent.
Anna Bunch died in 1993, but her love story has suddenly been given new life.
All right, so what happened to Anna and James' love story after they got married? Well, James died in 1964, and Anna at some point returned to her childhood home in Memphis, Tennessee until her time of death.
I'm Francesca Emiker with the A Scene. Tyler Perry is putting in that work, filming not 1, but 2 new TV shows in Atlanta. It's coming up in the A Scene. Spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibes. Vibe with it, it's a good time. We don't worry about the hate, we just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite spot is down the street from your home or a great view. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram and share your favorite Instagram spots in Atlanta. And come hang out with me on Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
It looks like fun.
They are fun.
They're and they're
convenient. But they're being dumped everywhere.
5,000 scooters at one time active throughout the city. I enjoy them myself. They're fun. Yeah. There's got to be some regulations.
I just feel like we have to evolve with the times, though. They're not going anywhere. They shouldn't go anywhere. It's a new way of transporting. Yeah. We have to evolve.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m.
You see them all day, every day. Headlines, stats, and numbers, but without context, they're just clickbait. So let's add some perspective. The 3 most interesting numbers of the day, what they mean, and why they're important. News and numbers on Up Late.
What's the best part about your voice? It is never too loud or too much. Your voice has the power to tell it like it is.
Bringing us together to act.
Together, our voices grow. Together, we come alive, amplifying voices and breaking down barriers.
All right, folks, you know what time it is. You see your screen. It is time for Thursday's edition of the A Scene, and we are kicking off with big news about my man, Hollywood GOAT, Mr. Sylvester Stallone. He's filming here in Georgia. His next movie, that is. It's called Samaritan, and it's a thriller about a young boy who was out to discover a mythical superhero actually exists after disappearing 20 years ago following a tragic event. The MGM thriller hits theaters December of 2020. That's going to be good. And speaking of new productions coming to the state, let's talk about my uncle, well, my industry uncle, Tyler Perry. Ever since his historic grand opening of the studio, we've just learned, according to Explore Georgia, he's been working on 2 more new Tyler Perry TV shows for BET Plus and Nickelodeon. Now, one of the TV shows is called Tyler Perry's Assisted Living, which will be a series. Now, no other details have been released about the show, but keep in mind, Perry's original studio location was next door to an assisted living facility. The second show he's working on, you've heard of this one, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, season 7, though. The show about an Atlanta family will be moving from OWN to BET in fall of 2020. And finally, a casting call before the new year. Jordan Peele's HBO series called Lovecraft Country is casting for an actress to portray the wife of an actor. She doesn't exactly have to have that, sound like that, but I just like to sound like that. So she must be an Asian woman, 19 to 24 years old. Filming goes down January 13th, and it's paid. All submission details are on our members-only Facebook group. Just type your name in, and we will accept you. And for more of the A Scene, folks, as always, head to 11alive.com/the A Scene. And when you get booked for these roles, don't forget to cut us our 10%. Just kidding.
All right, Fran, thanks a lot. Next, some people were still not satisfied with Amira's latest stab at mac and cheese, but a few of our viewers think they can help her out.
Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Babe, where are my keys?
Where's my lunch?
Where's my phone? Hey, where's my blue shirt?
Where's my pen? Have you seen it?
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, oh, let's just order some Chinese food, and of course you wind up eating tons of that. And then on Monday, you're like, well, I got leftovers. I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie.
No.
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
The 11Alive app is your go-to source for all things Atlanta.
You hear what happened today? I'll tell you all about it.
Breaking news the moment it happens.
The boil water advisory.
Hyperlocal, accurate weather alert.
You may want to grab that sweater, maybe even a coat.
More stories to uncover. More videos to discover.
He did it his way.
Personalized for you.
And that's what makes it so special.
The 11Alive app. Available now in the App Store.
Hey, I got the ways to go. I got moves to make, homie, but I stay in the flow. So y'all just do what I say I'ma do. No, my movement ain't faded. You could assume it.
Oh, and so I was saying, there is always something filming here in Atlanta. From movies to TV shows, you name it. And so the A scene keeps up with all of it for you. Casting calls, which big celebrities are in town, what's filming, and if it's in your neighborhood. It's like an inside scoop.
Oh, nice. But you know, I really wish you would have told us we were filming this today.
Ooh, did I not text you? All right. Ah, it's in my drafts. That's my bad.
So you slept in and you missed Morning Rush, huh? Well.
All right, it seems like Atlanta is starting to form a new holiday tradition. We just had the second annual Judge Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms mac and cheese celebration. She posted another photograph of her mac and cheese yesterday. You know, after people poked fun at her, throwing a lot of shade from her photograph from last year, saying that it looked way too dry. But here at 11Alive, our viewers decided that they wanted to give a little bit of constructive criticism to the mayor. So we had people posting their mac and cheese recipes in our Facebook comments. Deanna says you should make a butter flour roux, add some milk, then stir in some shredded cheese, put on some macaroni, then add some more cheese on top of that, and then stick it in the oven for at least 10 minutes. We have people suggesting all kinds of ways to make it better, like adding dry mustard. So even if Mayor Bottoms sticks with her recipe that seems to upset a lot of people for some whatever reason, at least you have a way to try your own at home. And we have Aisha Howard here today, and she's telling me she knows how to put her foot in it.
Yeah, there's
She
so
knows how to
many
make that
different
mac and cheese.
variables, you know, Ron, depending on what your family likes. Some people like it a little bit stiffer. Some people like it really, really creamy with a bunch of different varieties of cheeses.
Yeah.
My trick is having a good balance with that egg and milk mixture and making that roux sauce, but you have to put it on the macaroni as it's hot.
As it's hot.
You can't put cold products onto the macaroni because then that's going to make it all stiff.
What about sharp cheddar? Does that help?
Some people do like sharp cheddar. It depends on, you know, the kind of, you know, level of sharpness you're going for.
Okay.
I mix it at least about 4 or 5 different cheeses, but hey, it is a holiday staple. It's a Sunday dinner staple in my family.
She's
so.
going to have her own cooking show.
All sorts of people make it different ways. Shout out to Mayor Bottoms for doing it her way despite the criticism. Hey guys, it is almost 9 o'clock and we have a lot coming up for you on 11Alive News Primetime. We're keeping it going. This story touching so many families. A college student killed walking along Georgia 400, but his own family wants to know how he got there and why his car is still missing tonight. We're going to hear from his relatives as police try to fill in some of the missing pieces here. And people trying to feed the homeless over the holidays are also leaving behind a big mess, why the city wants to find a better way.
11Alive News Primetime on the ATL starts now.
Welcome to Primetime here, kicking it off at 9 o'clock. So Hurt Park is a very popular spot around town for people dealing with homelessness, especially around the holidays. It's usually a place where they know they can find a hot meal thanks to some nonprofits and volunteers. But people who work and live in the area called us today to say, hey, this act of kindness is great, but they're leaving behind a big mess, and it's pretty difficult to deal with. Latasha Givens has more on what is supposed to be a good thing for the community, but has turned into a mess.
Most people wouldn't say feeding the homeless is a problem, and even the people who called us to complain about it didn't want to talk about it on camera because they don't want to discourage people from giving. They simply want the trash cleaned up.
These are snapshots taken from Facebook of various organizations feeding the homeless at Hurt Park, downtown Atlanta. But hours after the holiday meals were served on Wednesday, it looked like this: mounds of trash and food left on the ground overnight. City crews were in the park Thursday morning cleaning it up, but officials say this is why the city of Atlanta started to enforce an old ordinance of requiring a permit to serve food at the park. This is GSU Police Chief Joseph Spillane in a previous interview.
What we've discussed is trying to give people an appropriate place to feed the homeless. Appropriate meaning indoors, meaning tables and chairs, meaning sanitation.
Spillane says the permit includes a fee starting at $50 and going up from there based on the amount of people planning to attend. That cost is supposed to help pay for cleanup.
And we found organizations that tagged their group as being at the park serving food yesterday, and we reached out to them to get their perspective on the trash issue. I'm waiting to hear back, but one previous volunteer who was not there yesterday told me some of the older organizations often stay around to help clean up, but some of the new volunteers might not who expect those eating the meals would just throw away their own trash. We reached out to the city of Atlanta to find out if the groups had permits and how much it costs to clean it up. We'll let you know when the city is back open after the holiday.
All right, thanks, Latasha. Well, the man accused of carjacking a 74-year-old woman and then stealing her dog, he faces some new charges in the case now. Today, a judge announced 4 additional charges against Aaron Johnson, including elder exploitation. 74-year-old Rosa Smith was attacked at the Chevron on Gresham Road earlier this month. Her car was stolen with her dog inside. Johnson turned himself in after police talked to his father. He waived his court appearance and was denied bond. He's expected back in court next month.
We're watching some clouds roll in ahead of a frontal system, and it's going to be a little cloudier and a little grayer the next few days, and we have a chance for a few showers as well. I'm meteorologist Samantha Moore, and we'll be watching that front on approach. The next 48 hours or so, it'll be working in conjunction with this low in the desert southwest and come together on Sunday and into early Monday and bring in some pretty good rain. But in the meantime, we're going to be warm and we're going to be cloudy with a sprinkling of showers thrown in there just for good measure. So as we head into the rest of this evening, clouds thickening up quite a bit. Heading out the door tomorrow should be mostly dry, but we'll be watching some showers off to the south that'll be moving northward during the day. So it's possible that we could have a passing shower or two, especially here south of I-20. And then as we head into our Saturday, we're going to end up seeing a cloudy start once again, and we'll also be watching that rain moving in from the south and west as we head into Saturday night, becoming a lot more obvious and a lot more widespread on Sunday. So Sunday morning services heading out last Sunday of the year, and it could be a wet day ahead as that frontal system approaches and we end up seeing a chance for showers and potential thunderstorms as we head into our Sunday night and early morning on a Monday. And then cooler air coming in behind that will finally bring our temperatures down about where they should be this time of year. We've been running right around 15 degrees above average, but that cooler air will be on the way. So we'll be watching for that timing as we head into the beginning of next week. So coming up, we'll let you know how this will affect your weekend and also when the next round of the heaviest rain will be.
Well, let's get caught up on some other stories in our speed feed. A woman died when police say she stepped into the road and was hit by an SUV on Christmas night. Cobb County police say 49-year-old Jennifer Evans was trying to walk across South Cobb Drive when it happened. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Right now, the driver is not facing charges. A reminder from law enforcement today, don't show off what you got for Christmas because thieves can see it too. Several departments took to Facebook telling people to break down those boxes that your gifts came in and put them in the trash before you take it out. That way people driving by can't see the valuable things you now have inside your home. A hard-boiled egg recall that started at a Georgia plant has expanded again, this time including products sold at Costco, Walmart, and Trader Joe's. The recall covers hard-boiled egg products manufactured at Almark Foods in Gainesville, which could be contaminated with listeria. One person has died. The FDA has a list of products to look out for on its website. A man killed while walking on Georgia 400 this past weekend has now been laid to rest, but his family is still trying to figure out what happened and how did he end up on the highway but without his car. Joe Henke talked to the 21-year-old's family who has now reported his car stolen.
Stefan Agen would have turned 22 on New Year's Day and planned to soon finish an engineering degree. His cousin, Sonia Helene, says on Saturday morning, Atlanta police called Agen's mother.
Just none of it makes sense at all. None of it.
Atlanta police tell 11Alive officers found Agen unconscious and not breathing after a driver hit Agen who was walking along Georgia 400. The driver stayed at the scene and told police Agen had been in the left southbound lane near Sidney Marcus Boulevard.
My cousin goes out to have a good time before Christmas and then ends up dead the very next morning. That's hard to understand.
Helene says this is the timeline they have. Around 8 p.m. on Friday, Egan ate dinner at his mother's house near Sandy Springs, where he lived, and then headed out with a new group of friends his family never met. Egan's family later found a Snapchat photo he sent, timestamped 1 a.m. from the PBR bar next to SunTrust Park.
But it said, you know, I don't really like bars, to be honest.
The bar closed at 2 a.m., and Egan called his brother around 3 a.m. to ask what time his brother needed help moving in the morning.
He said 9 a.m. He said, okay, I'll see you in the morning. And that was the last communication that we had with Stefan.
What happened between that call and police being called is unknown.
That's the time period that we need to focus in on, and we have nothing else to go on other than, you know, knowing the key things that are missing.
Helene says police only found Egan's wallet with a few dollars and his ID inside. His keys, cell phone, and vehicle are missing. Egan's family says he drove his Navy 2016 Nissan Rogue with tag CJM 8755, which they have since reported stolen. The 21-year-old's family is asking friends that were with him, any witnesses or anyone who spots his vehicle, to call police.
And whoever knows anything or has seen anything or can remember anything, even if it's very small, just reach out.
Atlanta police confirmed they are continuing to investigate Egan's death, but haven't commented on whether they have any reason to suspect foul play. Egan's family says he was at a bar, but wasn't a heavy drinker and did not have any concerning medical history. Well, Christmas is now behind us, and now AAA says millions plan to take to the skies. Cities like Atlanta will feel the rush of holiday traffic. 11Alive's Deborah Tuff is at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, where she says for now, flights are moving smooth.
I've heard a lot of different stories from travelers here at the airport. One man told me he didn't have any problems flying back home to Atlanta, where another woman told me she's been waiting a whopping 36 hours just to fly out to Louisiana. But whatever the case, make sure you pack light, pack right, and pack a load of patience, because this is the busiest travel day of the year. That's according to AAA. The travel agency says 7 million people taking to the skies today alone. One mom from New York says she can tell.
We got bumped twice this morning, but it was pretty good. My brother works for Delta, so we fly standby, so it's always an adventure coming down here.
For Marcellus Sanders, the adventure started in Chicago on a different flight than his wife and young daughter. They got stuck there while his plane landed safely in Atlanta early this morning.
Plane got delayed. They told them that they were going to try to test the plane to see if after they repaired the brakes or whatever. So supposedly they tested the plane, took it off, and then landed the plane and figured out that it didn't work at all. So they had to get another plane, and yeah, so we're here now. The drama, yes. American Airlines, thanks, guys.
Last check, stories like this were rare for folks at Hartsfield-Jackson. Screens showing flights were on time or already arrived, a surprise for Lucas Ribeiro.
I went to Tampa on Sunday, and I thought it would be busy here because that's like the biggest airport that I've met, and was fine. The coming back was pretty cool too.
As always, to find out if there's been any changes with your flight, you can always check with your airline.
Well, if your flight is delayed, it can really seem like a crisis in the moment, right? But numbers show flights out of Atlanta this time of year are mostly on time. According to the Bureau of Transportation, about 81% of flights out of Hartsfield-Jackson in December arrive on time. And flight delays are actually worse in the summer months because there are a lot of people traveling and a lot of thunderstorms that time of year. Hey, Christmas brought a gift for some Jeopardy fans yesterday. Alex Trebek was spotted in Los Angeles at the Lakers-Clippers game, and fans were really excited to see him looking good and in good health. Trebek announced that he was battling pancreatic cancer last year. He finished chemotherapy back in August, but had to start another treatment shortly after in September. Since then, Trebek has been vocal about pancreatic cancer awareness. We are wishing him a speedy recovery. Metro Atlanta is home to the reigning Olympic and world champion triple jumper. Christian Taylor is spending his holiday break at home, but it doesn't mean he's taking any days off. Cheryl Preheim met him at the track today as he trained for the 2020 Summer Games. Taylor spent 3 hours working out on the track at Georgia Tech. He was there with his fiance and his father. His dad, Ian Taylor, coached him in high school, so Christian says it felt like old times. Taylor is competing for his third consecutive Olympic gold. Very few athletes have ever achieved that. It takes a lot of sacrifice. It's why he was on the track on Christmas Day and again today.
Yeah, no days off. You know, day after Christmas, here you are, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, ate good. I felt a little guilty, but then I thought, I'm going to be out here tomorrow. We're blessed with this weather, and Georgia Tech has been phenomenal, open up their track facilities.
Man, I'm thinking, what could I accomplish if I had that level of discipline? Who knows, right? Cheryl Primetime is following the stories of all of our Georgia Olympians as they get ready for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. You're going to be able to watch the Summer Games exclusively on 11Alive. Well, who's investing in Atlanta? A look at some of the biggest developments the Metro has seen over the past year. And don't forget, we are streaming right now on the 11Alive YouTube channel. You can subscribe and join the conversation in the community section. We've got more 11Alive news in prime time after the break.
Amplifying voices and breaking down barriers to change the story and shape the future. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are where Atlanta speaks.
Remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hey,
and
cliffhangers.
They would, they didn't wait the next week. You're, oh, what's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans anywhere. From the Atlanta Braves home run king, my
Well, 2019 was a huge year for technology and development in Atlanta, from breaking ground on major headquarters to a budding hub for the tech industry. We wanted to look back on some of the biggest commercial real estate moves this year with help from our partners at the Atlanta Business Chronicle. Starting with Amazon, 2018 ended with the company passing up Atlanta for its second headquarters, but it's still building the first robotics fulfillment center in the state. A year from now, more than 1,000 people will be working to pack and ship Amazon products from the $238 million facility that sits on the line between Gwinnett and DeKalb counties. 2019 also saw Midtown emerge as a hub for the tech industry. Google announced a major expansion that will put hundreds of workers up in a new Midtown tower. Microsoft also ramped up hiring there, and Tesla is possibly looking for some space too. We'll keep an eye on that. Finally, Norfolk Southern broke ground on a new headquarters in Midtown that cost $575 million. It's expected to bring in 850 jobs and maintain thousands already in the city. Well, that's only some of the major developments happening in Atlanta right now. If you want to read up on more, we have a story on 11alive.com and our app.
What a great night to be out on the town. Conditions are fantastic, not just here in Atlanta, but even in Blue Ridge this evening, where, of course, the Santa Express is all outlined in holiday lights. Downtown is still all bedecked. And if you haven't been out to any of our light displays across North Georgia, this may be the night yet to do it, because it's so nice outside. Temperatures are comfortable, no rain, no wind to speak of, and things are going to be changing as we head towards the weekend. And some of the signs of change are high cirrus clouds. They were very obvious during the sunset, and Mark Biernath, one of our 11Alive storm trackers in Sandy Springs, captured this beautiful picture with the King and Queen building in silhouette and just those bright pastel, I guess pastel, can they be bright? Vivid colors at sunset this evening. Let's take a look at those temperatures. Made it up into the mid-60s today, all the way to 66 degrees after a morning low of 42. So we definitely were well above average for this time of year. We should be around 52 and 35 this time of year. So we were 14 degrees above for our high temperature today and 7 degrees above for our low temperature. It has been such a mild December, and we picked up almost 5 inches of rain so far this December, and that is really helping with our drought situation. We'll have more on that coming up, but our deficit is still there. We still have over 5.5-inch deficit, but the drought has been erased in terms of our worries about water within the near future. So that is very good news. 49 in Clayton, 44 in Blairsville, 51 in Gainesville, and 49 in Carrollton right now. So yeah, really nice temperatures to get out and just get a little fresh air this evening. We have those temperatures staying on the mild side overnight as the clouds roll in and blanket in some of the warmth, and then we'll be waiting for a few showers possibly as we head in through the day on our Friday. So you can see the clouds rolling in as we head into the overnight hours. Will continue to thicken up ahead of this frontal system, and this is the front that's going to be rolling in as we head in through the weekend and bringing those rain chances just very light at first as we head into Friday and Saturday, but then as the front moves through, we'll see more in the way of rainfall. So just increasing clouds tonight. We'll have a chance for a few showers on our Friday and Saturday, and then rain is going to make a return as we head into Sunday, and it looks like it could be a pretty decent soaker if the timing holds. So the clouds rolling in as we speak, and they'll be out there tomorrow. It'll be another one of those overcast looking mornings to start, and we'll see some breaks in the clouds at times. It should be mostly cloudy though, and then we'll see the showers moving to the north. Most of them will kind of fall apart as they hit that ridge of high pressure. It kind of stabilizes the atmosphere, so we don't expect to see much in the way of rain on our Friday night, just some little light showers. Heading into Saturday, we start out gray again, and we have a chance for showers once again. This time there may be a little more widespread, still about a 20% chance, just some light stuff here. It doesn't get heavy until we get into Sunday morning, the last Sunday of 2019, and we'll end up seeing that rain moving in from the south to the north, and then as the frontal system approaches, we could actually end up seeing some thunderstorms as it moves through during the late evening and early morning hours on Monday. So 20% chance on your Friday and Saturday. On Sunday, we have a 90% chance of seeing some rain, heavy at times with some possible thunderstorms. It doesn't last long though. Monday we dry it out, and behind that front, temperatures finally get back to where we should be. We're not going to be incredibly cold. We're going to be right at the seasonal average in the low 50s on New Year's Eve. A beautiful New Year's Eve. We do believe that this timing holds, but a chance for rain, 50% chance on New Year's Day.
The rector of Notre Dame Cathedral says the Paris landmark is still so fragile after this year's fire that it might not be entirely saved. NBC's Molly Hunter reports.
For the first time in more than 200 years, the famed Paris Cathedral was dark on Christmas. Its congregation, clergy, and choir decamped to a nearby church across from the Louvre.
Probably many families have that tradition of going every year for Christmas services. That is quite a break-in tradition.
Such a revered monument for Catholics like Notre Dame. I think it's terribly sad that they won't be able to have Mass here.
8 months after that fire ravaged the 12th century landmark, Notre Dame's towering spire crashed down during the blaze. The structure still isn't safe. Scaffolding supports much of the building. And the rector, Patrick Chauvet, calling it a heartache they couldn't celebrate Christmas Mass for the first time since the French Revolution. He's saying they aren't out of danger yet. There's a 50% chance that the church can be saved, but there's also a 50% chance of the scaffolding falling onto the 3 vaults. In April, the world watched in horror, firefighters risking their lives dangerously close to the flames. Restoration work isn't likely to begin until 2021, and one of the toughest parts, Chauvet says, is removing some 50,000 tubes of old scaffolding that crisscross the back of the edifice. It may take another 3 years to make it safe enough to enter, but years before we see services like this, if ever again.
After the break, a family dog nearly killed by chewing gum, the toxic ingredient that could be dangerous for pets. Footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
It looks like fun.
They are fun. And they're convenient.
But they're being dumped everywhere.
5,000 scooters at one time active throughout the city. I enjoy them myself. They're fun. There's got to be some regulations.
I just feel like we have to evolve with the times, though. They're not going anywhere. They shouldn't go anywhere. It's a new way of transporting. We have to evolve.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m.
You see them all day, every day. Headlines, stats, and numbers, but without context, they're just clickbait. So let's add some perspective. The 3 most interesting numbers of the day, what they mean, and why they're important. News and numbers on Up Late.
What's the best part about your voice? It is never too loud or too much. Your voice has the power to tell it like it is.
Bringing us together to act.
Together, our voices grow. Together, we come alive, amplifying voices and breaking down barriers to change the story and shape the future. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are where Atlanta speaks.
Remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hey,
and they
cliffhangers.
would, you know, they would wait the next week. You were, oh, what's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city,
Most pet owners know there is a long list of things you shouldn't feed your dog, like chocolate and chicken bones. But did you know ice cream, peanut butter, even cereal could send some pups to the hospital? Jay Wallace with our sister station in Dallas shares one family's experience.
I've grown up with dogs all my life. When I was just as young as I can remember, my family's always had at least a dog. I think most people are familiar with the dangers of chocolate to dogs. Grapes is another big one. Garlic and onions. We were all home, getting ready to have dinner. It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. Not more than 3, 4, 5 minutes later, Lacey, our little Yorkie poo, threw up on the floor. Lacey, stop eating that. You're gonna get sick again. My wife yelled at me to come into the room, into the kitchen, because Lacey was looking very abnormal. She wasn't able to walk in a straight line, very uncoordinated, kind of leaning over to the side a little bit. And she eventually just fell over on the floor. As my wife's holding, you know, a dying dog in her lap, you know, I'm just doing everything I can to get to the vet as quick as we can. And then my wife rushes her in and they take her back immediately. But it was hard to watch because we know she's in pain. She was crying like I've never heard a dog cry before. My daughter, while we were at the vet's office, who was still home, contacted us to let us know that she had found some partially chewed gum on one of the beds in the house. This is the exact product our dog got into, and you can see, if I spin this around here, the very first ingredient right ahead of chewing gum base is xylitol. I think a really simple solution just to get the awareness out to the general public and to the consumers is a warning label on products that contain xylitol. We weren't aware of it. I'm sure there are others out there that own dogs that aren't aware of it.
We have a lot of really critical patients. We're taking care of some of the sickest of the sick here. By and large, the most common source of xylitol toxicity is gum, and almost invariably it's, a big container of Orbit's gum or something like that, Trident, that's left in someone's purse. There's been a rise in toxicity with it and lack of knowledge of it because it's been incorporated into our foods more frequently in the past decade. The major urgency lies in the fact that when blood sugar drops, all of the organs in the body suffer, especially the brain. So while weakness is one of the first signs that we see, weakness can progress to seizures, collapse, or even buildup of fluid in the brain and eventual death. Definitely hang your purse up or your jacket if you keep those things in your pocket out of reach of dogs or in a closet where they can't get to it. I love treating sick pets and I love getting them home.
Coming up, we uncover a rise in neglect and abuse claims at state-licensed facilities caring for the mentally disabled.
What was your reaction when you saw the video?
I think anybody would find the video despicable.
A reveal investigation coming up on Primetime on WATL.
Stop. I consider myself a nice guy. I've got the most beautiful woman in the world in my eyes.
You're a nice guy too,
Yeah.
Jess.
I'm saying in my experience, when growing up, good guys didn't finish.
Somebody broke his heart somewhere along the line.
We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for coffee this morning. I'm learning the taste of water, because I'm sugary. Yeah, right.
About that.
One reward would be
Slimming down. Okay.
Yes.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, a little water in my cup.
And beautiful skin. You know, even more beautiful skin, you know, when it's all hydrated and everything else. I'm not gonna be able to sit next to you in a few months.
Don't drink your morning coffee alone. Have it with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Some mornings, what you want isn't what you have time for. And that's why there's the Rush Block, the biggest news of the day in 5 minutes or less. Quick and convenient for all those hectic mornings. Catch the Rush Block on the Morning Rush.
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibe with it. It's a good time. We don't worry about the hate. We just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers.
Hello and welcome to the Review on Primetime. I'm investigator Andy Perotti. A Review investigation has uncovered a rise in abuse and neglect claims involving Georgia facilities which care for the mentally ill. The increase happened while the state is under federal supervision. But after nearly a decade of oversight, the state says it's now proven it's ready to manage its mentally ill alone. Some advocates say Georgia is far from ready.
When it's good with Will, it's really good. He's just a sweet, loving, wants to be loved kind of kid.
What are you doing, Will?
Family home video shows a young Will Rollerson full of joy shortly after his adoption 18 years ago.
We had a lot of great experiences.
His father, Adam, says when he and his wife brought Will home, they knew he suffered from autism, a heart condition, and multiple developmental disorders.
But at 5 years old and about 35 pounds, he was just a cuddly little joy to be around.
Now, 23, Will's challenges as an adult have turned into safety concerns, destroying property and showing aggressive behavior towards Rollerson's biological children.
We just weren't willing to take that risk.
In 2016, Rollerson searched for a facility to care for his son and found this Lawrenceville, Georgia home operated by Exceptional Community Services. It's state licensed to care for the mentally disabled. Within months, Will's father noticed bruises on his face and neck. A state investigator later cited the company with neglect for failing to report Will's injuries. Rollerson then requested a meeting with the facility owner.
And I said in that meeting, you know, I'm just waiting for the next call that something serious is going to happen, and within a few days it did.
These are pictures of Will in the hospital with a broken arm. Exceptional claims it happened after Will accidentally tripped while running to his room. Surgery to repair the break led to an infection that almost cost him his life.
We almost lost him.
Rollerson is suing Exceptional, claiming it failed to properly care for Will. An attorney representing the company denies the allegations, emailing us, "We look forward to complete vindication in court." According to state records, from 2017 to last year, Georgia experienced a nearly 40% increase related to abuse, neglect, and exploitation claims at mental health care facilities.
Safety and health, that's of the highest priority for the department.
Judy Fitzgerald is the commissioner of the Georgia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities, where the Reveal obtained its records.
So I know that you collected a lot of raw data from our department, and I can't validate necessarily what you collected from an open records request.
I provided it to you, and you had an opportunity to validate it and tell me whether the numbers are right or not. So are you saying that the increase isn't real?
So you pulled data across a lot of different systems.
The commissioner never answered our question, but did say an increase could be attributed to improved reporting measures recently put in place.
So an uptick in the number of critical incidents might not be a bad thing.
What is bad is Georgia's long history of poor treatment of its mentally ill. In 2010, the U.S. Justice Department sued the state for failing to provide appropriate housing for its developmentally disabled. Today, the state remains under federal supervision.
I unfortunately think this abuse has probably been pervasive for years.
Brian Gerard is an attorney who represents individuals with developmental disorders. Joey Kaysen is currently one of them. In 2013, the 55-year-old disabled man moved into this facility in Gordon, Georgia. Cameras inside recorded one of the worst cases of abuse Gerard has ever seen. That's Joey sitting in the back. Watch as one of his care providers walks over with a belt, hitting Joey 30 times.
I think anybody would find the video despicable.
Police charged the woman with abuse. The state revoked the facility's license. An independent reviewer hired by the court expressed similar concerns last year. While it praised Georgia for its substantial investment of resources, it also criticized the state, writing, "There continues to be widespread concern about the lack of available resources for individuals with complex behavioral needs." Still failing more than 9 years after the Justice Department's lawsuit.
The independent reviewer, when she first came in, said transformation of the kind that you are undertaking usually takes about a decade. We feel that we have reached that level of transformation where we no longer need federal oversight.
Will's father disagrees, not just as a parent of a special needs child, but as a longtime psychotherapist who has worked in Georgia's mental health care system for 17 years. If you could tell the commissioner anything, what would it be?
I would tell Will's story from start to finish. I would show her the pictures. I would ask her the question, what more can I do as a parent to try to help my son?
Will is doing better, and the lawsuit filed against his former caretaker is still pending. Multiple mental health advocates disagree with the commissioner. While they recognize the state has invested millions into the mental health care services system over the past 10 years, they do not believe the state is ready or has the will to do it on its own. You can see more in-depth investigations like this one by going to our website, 11alive.com, and don't forget to watch The Reveal, the only local investigative show in the country. It airs Sunday at 6 p.m. on our sister station, 11Alive.
Well, we're going to see some changes as we head towards the weekend. We're seeing high pressure and control right now. That's why we've been so warm the last couple of days. It's just been absolutely beautiful Christmas week. And high pressure is going to continue to move off the coastline, allowing a front to move in, and that's going to bring in more rain. So I thought, well, let's go back and look at the drought, because the latest drought monitor came in today. So we went back to look at 2 months ago. That was Halloween. So on October 31st, we were dealing with a severe to extreme drought here across much of the metropolitan area, across North Georgia. It was very extensive. Then 1 month later, once we got to Thanksgiving on November 28th, those areas shrinking a bit. It was dry across most of the metro, and we did have some areas of moderate to severe drought here, especially on the east side. But we have had almost 5 inches of rain so far in December. That is over 1.5 inches ahead for the month and what we'd normally see. And the drought is gone. It is evaporated. The only dry conditions really in southwest Georgia, not even really truly drought. And just near Panama City, just east of there, we do have an area of just moderate drought, and that's in Florida. That's not even in our state. So things are looking much, much better, and more rain on the way. So for tomorrow, cloudy with just a few showers, mainly south of I-20 on Friday, about a 20% chance of that. We'll have some scattered showers on Saturday, a little bit more widespread during the evening hours, and that leads us into Sunday, and it looks like the last Sunday of this year will be quite wet. So coming up, we'll time that out, let you know how it will impact your weekend, potentially affect travelers, and we'll take a look at your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day forecast as well.
In the first sign of GOP dissent ahead of a Senate impeachment trial, one moderate Republican says she's, quote, disturbed by the majority leader's plans to coordinate with the White House. Meanwhile, President Trump is still lashing out at Democrats while on his holiday break, calling them hypocrites. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
As the impeachment of President Trump prepares to shift to the Senate, all eyes are on a small number of moderate Republicans who could help shape the trial process. Now, one of those key senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, saying she's concerned by Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's promise to work with the president's lawyers.
We have to take that step back from being hand in glove with the defense.
Murkowski responding directly to McConnell's recent comments.
We'll be working through this process, hopefully in a fairly short period of time, in total coordination with the White House counsel's office.
In fairness, when I heard that, I was disturbed.
Senator Murkowski says she won't decide whether to convict until the end of the trial. 20 Republicans would have to join Democrats to remove the president from office. That's highly unlikely, but it would take just 4 crossover votes to change the rules, including calling for witnesses, something Democrats want.
You can't do what truth dictates and justice demands without all the information. And this is Americans.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi digging in, saying she won't send articles of impeachment to the Senate until she's sure there will be a fair trial. President Trump blasting Democrats for demanding everything the Republicans weren't allowed to have in the House, calling them hypocrites. Trial negotiations between the top Senate Democrat and Republican are now at an impasse, the two sides ending the year locked in another battle in the war over impeachment.
Now that all of the presents have been opened, it might be time to return a few gifts that, You know that's how it goes. You don't like everything, right? But you might want to be careful because returning too many things can actually get you banned from certain stores. Who knew that? Sometimes when you return an item, you might be asked for your ID. It's not just to stop thefts, it's also so stores can enter your name into a national tracking system that lets them identify serial returners. According to reports, those stores include Home Depot, Sephora, and Best Buy. And a big name that appears to be going after serial returners aggressively, yeah, Amazon. Reports say some shoppers have been banned from buying things on the site just for mailing back too many items. And the tough part is, it's not always clear how many returns are going to get you in trouble, although experts say returning a lot of big electronics can be really risky. Still to come tonight, a woman's identity is stolen years after she passed away. How this bizarre case of identity fraud was able to go under the radar.
We are unstoppable. Together, we are where Atlanta speaks.
Remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hey,
and they
cliffhangers.
would, they would wait the next week. You were, what's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans anywhere. From the Atlanta Braves home run king, my man Hank Aaron, to the human highlight film Hawks' Dominique Wilkins, some of the greatest athletes have come through Atlanta. We're talking the Falcons, the Braves, the Hawks, the MLS champs, Atlanta United. This city has something for every kind of sports fan. So what do you think? Is Atlanta the best city in America? Connect with us. Use Facebook or Instagram and tell us why this city's got it going on. And then watch us every weekday morning from 5 to 7 on the Morning Rush on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Babe, where are my keys?
Where's my lunch?
Where's my phone? Hey, where's my blue shirt?
Where's my pen? Have you seen it?
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, let's just order some Chinese food, and of course you wind up eating tons of that. And then on Monday, you're like, I got leftovers. I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie.
No.
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm gonna be.
A Forsyth County family was in for a big surprise when they realized someone has been charging thousands of dollars to their mother's credit card 5 years after her death. And the family tells Jay Plyburn the suspect was living in the woman's home when all of these charges went through.
For somebody to use a deceased person's identity to buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff is shocking. I got a notice from Regions Bank saying that no payment had been made on a credit card for Marcel Mathis, which is my mom, who'd been deceased about 5 years. Thought I had canceled all of her credit cards, all her accounts. Somehow one card slipped through the cracks and did not get canceled. And the credit card company sent out a renewal. Now I went to the bank and found out it was not a scam, that someone was actually using my mom's credit card.
But it wasn't just anyone. Police say it was Marilyn Heilig, the woman who was renting his mom's house. Mathis says he was in the process of evicting Heilig, who had fallen behind on her rent.
I had given her a notice that her lease had been terminated. She's supposed to move out November the 31st, but she stretched it, as she always does, till the 2nd of December. All this time using my mom's credit card. The bank suggested that I go to the Sheriff's Department and file a report with them, which I did that same day.
Forsyth County Sheriff's Office detectives identified Heilig using the credit card all over the area, racking up some major charges.
$13,000. When I found out that she had been placed in custody, that made my Christmas.
Heilig has been charged with more than 20 counts of fraud, including identity theft. She's currently out of jail on bond, and as a result of all of this, Mathis says he will never rent out his mom's house again.
Well, your 11Alive storm trackers have been busy tracking the incoming clouds and the frontal system that's to come over the weekend. That'll return cooler temperatures all across North Georgia. It's not going to be incredibly cold, but we'll just be back where we should be this time of year, because this week we've been running some 15 degrees or so above average. Beautiful ahead of this front, few high cirrus clouds coming in. Both our sunrise and our sunset were absolutely beautiful. Sunrise, Dan Mazzara at Lake Windward, capturing the clouds and reflection this morning, and then Sarah Bentley and Dalton. What a beautiful sunset it was. So those high clouds help to scatter light and to make all those beautiful colors in the atmosphere as the sun sets. Nice Christmas lights out in Blue Ridge tonight. Temperatures nice and mild. Our temps today looked like this, down into the low 40s early this morning, and then up into the mid-60s once we got into the afternoon. So well above average. We should be in the low 50s, and we haven't had too many days in the low 50s so far this month. It has just been so very mild. So in the next 12 hours, we're going to continue to see those clouds roll in as we head into the overnight. So by tomorrow morning, you get up, it's going to look pretty gray out there. Pretty gray and overcast as you head out the door early tomorrow. So those clouds streaming in right now. This is a satellite picture showing those high cirrus clouds that you saw in the sunset pictures this evening. High pressure is still in charge for now. We'll have another very warm day tomorrow, but there'll be a few little showers that try to scoot through from the south to the north. And then we're going to see a couple of systems get organized here over the weekend. And on Sunday, it'll bring in some much wetter weather. So how could that impact travelers the next couple of days? Well, those traveling by air anyway, it looks like we'll be smooth sailing as we head into Friday, just a few light showers. So here at our airport, not anticipating any delays in or out of Atlanta. Heading into Saturday afternoon, the same deal. There could be some rough spots here in North Dakota, Minneapolis, Omaha, and Denver as that system that's going to be heading into our area on Sunday starts to get organized here and pushes to the east. And that will impact probably millions on a very busy travel day on Sunday afternoon, including us potentially. During our Sunday afternoon and early evening, we could be seeing some minor delays, they're calling it right now, but we'll have to wait and see how that develops with the rain coming in here on Sunday. And we could be talking some thunderstorms as we head into the late night hours on our Sunday night. So we're going to see those clouds increasing tonight. We'll have a chance for showers on our Friday and Saturday, and then rain, showers, thunderstorms return on Sunday and into Sunday late. So here's the timing here. We have those northeasterly winds, pretty calm at the moment, clouds rolling in overnight, few showers. I mean, really nothing to write home about tomorrow, just a smattering of sprinkles on our Friday. I think high pressure will suppress most things that try to develop here. Saturday, it looks like the first part of the day will be mostly dry, and then the rain will be moving in later on in the afternoon and evening. This is 5 o'clock into Covington and Peachtree City, and then those showers moving into Canton and Gainesville later on in the evening. It gets interesting on Sunday. This is when that front pushes through, and that's when we could have widespread showers and thunderstorms with heavier rain as we head into late Sunday, early on Monday. So 20% chance of some showers on Friday and Saturday, but a 90% chance of rain, heavy at times, with possible thunderstorms late on our Sunday. And then we dried out pretty quickly on Monday. It's another very nice day, maybe a little breezy. New Year's Eve looks fantastic too 2022 for now. If this timing holds, we'll keep our fingers crossed. And it looks like we are going to ring in the new year 2020 on a wet note with a 50% chance of rain on New Year's Day.
Well, it's a popular holiday gift. You may have even opened one yesterday. We're talking about those at-home DNA kits. They really entice you to find out about your ancestry and learn about your health even. But when it comes to showing you your risk for certain diseases in the future, doctors say you got to watch out. Chrissy Etheridge is taking us behind the headline.
For only $129, 23andMe says they'll find your ancestry and test your genetic risk factor for certain diseases, including type 2 diabetes, late-onset Alzheimer's, and BRCA1 or 2, commonly associated with breast cancer. Dr. Cecilia Bellcross is a board-certified genetics counselor and an associate professor at Emory.
What's the issue with people reading these results at home?
If they're reading those results as this is a for sure 100% accurate prediction and ignoring things like their family history or their lifestyle and environment, then they're getting a very skewed and inaccurate picture of their actual risk.
Thanks to better technology, genetic medicine has exploded, and testing your own DNA has become quite popular. Thanks to several direct-to-consumer kits, now with a quick spit or swab, people can do it from home. But Dr. Bellcross says interpreting the results is not so easy. She says think of it like a puzzle with 1,000 pieces.
We're trying to figure out the puzzle picture with only 50 of those puzzle pieces. So there's a lot of missing information.
On their website, 23andMe admits they only test for certain variants in a gene. That means if you have a variant they don't test for, you could still be at risk. It also means that even if the results show you're in the clear, you could still develop the disease.
Genetics is not a crystal ball.
The FDA limits how much at-home kits can say, so some people have gone the extra step of sending those results to a third-party lab. Dr. Bellcross says that's where the real harm comes in.
A study was released showing that 40% of the results coming out of that third-party lab were false positives.
This is potentially life-changing information.
Absolutely.
It could cause real panic and distress.
Yes. Yes.
And the last thing to consider, think about if you're ready for whatever the test could show.
Parents are doing these tests on their kids. Would you want to know if your 5-year-old was going to get early onset Alzheimer's disease? Shouldn't that be their decision on whether or not to be tested?
A very interesting perspective there. We did reach out to 23andMe and several other companies. 23andMe sent us a statement and that says in part, if an individual has a family history of a medical condition or other indications for clinical testing, we always recommend consulting a healthcare provider first. We'll put the full statement on our website, 11alive.com. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11 Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, oh, let's just order some Chinese food. And of course, you wind up eating tons of that. And then on Monday, you're like, well, I got leftovers. I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie.
No.
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11 Alive.
The 11Alive app is your go-to source for all things Atlanta.
You hear what happened today? I'll tell you all about it.
Breaking news the moment it happens.
The boil water advisory.
Hyperlocal, accurate weather alert.
You may want to grab that sweater, maybe even a coat.
More stories to uncover. More videos to discover.
He did it his way.
Personalized for you.
And that's what makes it so special.
The 11Alive app. Available now in the App Store.
Hey, I got the ways to go. I got moves to make, homie, but I stay in the flow. So y'all just do what I say I'ma do. No, my movement ain't fading. You could assume what the doing was great.
Oh, and so I was saying, There is always something filming here in Atlanta, from movies to TV shows, you name it. And so the A Scene keeps up with all of it for you. Casting calls, which big celebrities are in town, what's filming, and if it's in your neighborhood. It's like an inside scoop.
Oh, nice. But you know, I really wish you would have told us we were filming this today.
Ooh, did I not text you? All right. Ah, it's in my drafts. That's my bad.
So you slept in and you missed Morning Rush, huh? Well, here's what you missed.
In my experience, good guys do finish last.
I consider myself a nice guy. I've got the most beautiful woman in the world in my eyes.
You're a nice guy too,
Yeah.
I'm saying in my experience, when growing up, good guys didn't finish last.
Somebody broke his heart somewhere along the line.
We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for...
Well, we have some sprinkles coming in tomorrow. I know you were concerned because you have some plans tomorrow, but I think we'll be more dry than wet, and then best rain chances will be on Sunday, and that could be a soaker.
All right, looking forward to at least one good weekend day. Stick around. Primetime rolls on at 10 o'clock with Ron Jones.
7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Some mornings, what you want isn't what you have time for. And that's why there's the Rush Block, the biggest news of the day in 5 minutes or less. Quick and convenient for all those hectic mornings. Catch the Rush Block on the Morning Rush.
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibes. We vibe with it, it's a good time. We don't worry about the hate, we just pass it to the sky.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite spot is down the street from your home or a great view. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram and share your favorite Instagram spots in Atlanta. And come hang out with me on Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
It looks like fun.
They are fun.
And they're
convenient. But they're being dumped everywhere.
5,000 scooters at one time active throughout the city. I enjoy them myself. They're fun. There's got to be some regulations.
I just feel like we have to evolve with the times, though. They're not going anywhere. They shouldn't go anywhere. It's a new way of transporting. We have to evolve.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m.
You see,
11Alive News Primetime on the ATL starts now.
Fighting gangs in Georgia, how the state is now trying to put an end to their crimes.
Accused of swiping a dead woman's credit card, how this bizarre case of identity fraud went under the radar.
As 2019 comes to a close, Georgia's top cop is now celebrating what he is calling success in fighting gangs.
This comes as Governor Brian Kemp and the GBI have launched new initiatives to combat gang violence all across the state.
11Alive's Ryan Kruger has that story.
70,000 gang members called Georgia home, according to the GBI. But Governor Brian Kemp got quite the laugh when he told them all to find somewhere new to live.
But my message to any gang member in this area or anywhere in the state of Georgia, you should move to Florida or South Carolina.
When Kemp appointed former Cobb County DA Vic Reynolds as the GBI director earlier this year, he told him gangs should be the #1 priority. In an op-ed, Reynolds wrote, "The wantonness of gang law-breaking is exemplified in cases all over the state of Georgia. This is not simply a Metro Atlanta problem, but a problem all over the state." Reynolds' boss, Governor Kemp, speaking in Savannah last week, touched on why he's focused so many efforts on gang violence.
I'm tired of our neighborhoods being shot up. I'm tired of them hooking our children and our adults and our families on drugs, opioids, and other things in our state.
The GBI's Gang Task Force, started this year, has focused on prosecuting gang members under state anti-gang laws. It's trained more than 3,000 officers, and it's establishing a database of known gang members. The state has also seen a double-digit drop in officer-involved shootings compared to last year and the record-setting year of 2017.
Earlier this year, the GBI spoke with law enforcement agencies all across the state. They all reported gangs were their biggest problem. The Bloods, Crips, and Ghostface gangsters have the biggest footprint in Georgia, according to those officials.
All right, thank you, Ryan. One of the men accused of carjacking a 74-year-old woman faces 4 additional charges in the case, including elder exploitation. A judge denied bond for Aaron Johnson this morning. Police say he carjacked Rosa Smith with 2 other people earlier this month. It happened at the Chevron on Gresham Road in DeKalb County. Johnson is expected in court next month.
A man killed while walking on Georgia 400 this past weekend is finally laid to rest, but his family is still wondering how he ended up on a busy highway without a car. 11Alive's Joe Hinkie spoke with his 21-year-old cousin today.
Stefan Agan would have turned 22 on New Year's Day and planned to soon finish an engineering degree. His cousin, Sonia Helene, says on Saturday morning, Atlanta police called Agan's mother.
Just none of it makes sense at all. None of it.
Atlanta police tell 11Alive officers found Agan unconscious and not breathing after a driver hit Agan, who was walking along Georgia 400. The driver stayed at the scene and told police Agan had been in the left southbound lane near Sidney Marcus Boulevard.
My cousin goes out to have a good time before Christmas and then ends up dead the very next morning. That's hard to understand.
Helene says this is the timeline they have. Around 8 p.m. on Friday, Agan ate dinner at his mother's house near Sandy Springs, where he lived, and then headed out with a new group of friends his family never met. Agan's family later found a Snapchat photo he sent timestamped 1 a.m. from the PBR bar next to SunTrust Park.
But it said, you know, I don't really like bars, to be honest.
The bar closed at 2 a.m. and Agan called his brother around 3 a.m. to ask what time his brother needed help moving in the morning.
He said 9 a.m. He said, okay, I'll see you in the morning. And that was the last communication that we had with Stefan.
What happened between that call and police being called is unknown.
That's the time period that we need to focus in on, and we have nothing else to go on other than, you know, knowing the key things that are missing.
Helene says police only found Agan's wallet with a few dollars and his ID inside. His keys, cell phone, and vehicle are missing. Agan's family says he drove his Navy 2016 Nissan Rogue with tag CJM 8755, which they have since reported stolen. The 21-year-old's family is asking friends that were with him, any witnesses, or anyone who spots his vehicle to call police.
And whoever knows anything or has seen anything or can remember anything, even if it's very small, just reach out.
A pair of armed robbers are on the run tonight after shooting a woman at an adult video store. These are surveillance pictures of the crooks. Police say 2 men robbed the Starship Enterprises in Rockdale County on Saturday. They shot a female employee twice in the leg. Later that same night, police say one of the men also robbed a Quick Stop off Georgia Highway 20.
Well, the man wanted in a murder at a Motel 6 in LaGrange is finally behind bars. Police arrested Tony Reynoso in Montgomery, Alabama, and they believe he's connected to the shooting death of Jeffrey Flansburgh last Wednesday. Police are also looking for a second suspect, Joshua Osterman, and if you've seen them, you're expected to call police. Well, I'll tell you what is shaping out to be a very Merry Christmas for one lucky person in Decatur. Lottery officials confirm a $1 million Powerball ticket was sold on Christmas Day. Someone actually bought that ticket at a Chevron on East College Avenue in Decatur. The winning numbers, once again, were 2, 4, 16, 30, and 46. The Powerball number 20. And on Christmas Eve, the winning ticket of nearly $600,000 was sold in Atlanta. Those winners have 180 days to claim their prices.
All right, Christmas is behind us, and now AAA says millions are going to take to the skies. 11Alive's Deborah Tuff went to Hartsfield-Jackson to check out the flow there.
I've heard a lot of different stories from travelers here at the airport. One man told me he didn't have any problems flying back home to Atlanta, where another woman told me she's been waiting a whopping 36 hours just to fly out to Louisiana. But whatever the case, make sure you pack light, pack right, and pack a load of patience, because this is the busiest travel day of the year. That's according to AAA. The travel agency says 7 million people taking to the skies today alone. One mom from New York says she can tell.
We got bumped twice this morning, but it was pretty good. My brother works for Delta, so we fly standby, so it's always an adventure coming down here.
For Marcellus Sanders, the adventure started in Chicago on a different flight than his wife and young daughter. They got stuck there while his plane landed safely in Atlanta early this morning.
Plane got delayed. They told them that they were going to try to test the plane to see if after they repaired the brakes or whatever. So supposedly they tested the plane, took it off, and then landed the plane and figured out that it didn't work at all. So they had to get another plane, and yeah, so we're here now. The drama, yes. American Airlines, thanks, guys.
Last check, stories like this were rare for folks at Hartsfield-Jackson. Screens showing flights were on time or already arrived. A surprise for Lucas Ribeiro.
I went to Tampa on Sunday, and I thought it would be busy here because that's like the biggest airport that I've ever met, and was fine. The coming back was pretty cool too.
As always, to find out if there's been any changes with your flight, you can always check with your airline.
All right, today is the first day of Kwanzaa. Community centers all over the country kicked off events to celebrate African culture and traditions. Families came out for the first community Kwanzaa expo in East Point at the Arts Exchange. They listened to speakers and enjoyed music. The holiday focuses on 7 principles. Today is unity. Tomorrow's principle is self-determination. The Arts Exchange will host events all 7 days of Kwanzaa.
The Woodstock Police Department is offering rides home this New Year's Eve. This is the 11th year of Operation Safe Ride. The service provides free rides home to people who feel they can't drive safely. It will run from 10 New Year's Eve night to 2 in the morning. You must live in Woodstock or in a reasonable distance of the city. Hey, no days off for elite athletes getting ready for the Olympics, now just 7 months away. That's certainly true for Christian Taylor, who came home to Fayetteville, Georgia for the holiday. He works out at the Georgia Tech track when he is home. He spends most of the year traveling and competing. Christian Taylor is the reigning Olympic champion and current world champion in triple jump. He is one of the most successful Team USA track and field athletes in history, and we see why. It all started right here in Georgia. He loves to come home, but to maintain this high level of success, it takes long workouts, even on Christmas Day and the day after.
Yeah, no days off. You know, day after Christmas, here you are, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, ate good. I felt a little guilty, but then I thought, I'm going to be out here tomorrow. We're blessed with this weather, and Georgia Tech has been phenomenal, open up their track facilities.
I don't have that much discipline, Ron. I don't know
Right,
about
neither
you.
do I.
Cheryl Preheim is going to be following Christian's journey to the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, along with all of our other Georgia Olympic hopefuls. You can watch the Summer Games exclusively on 11Alive.
Well, throwing the ball around actually looks like some fun training going on there. Well, we're looking at the clouds increasing. It made for a beautiful sunset tonight, and it looks like tomorrow out of some of these clouds, as they thicken up, we may be seeing a few showers. So coming up, we'll time that out and let you know how the approaching frontal system will impact your weekend next.
Okay, thanks a lot, Sam. A Christmas Day fire leaves hundreds of people without a home. How the community is now coming together to lend a helping hand.
Your voice has the power to tell it like it is.
Bringing us together to act.
Together, our voices grow. Together, we come alive, amplifying voices and breaking down barriers to change the story and shape the future. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are where Atlanta speaks.
Remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hate
and they
cliffhangers.
would, they would wait the next week. You're, what's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm.
Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans anywhere. From the Atlanta Braves home run king, my man Hank Aaron, to the human highlight film Hawks' Dominique Wilkins, some of the great.
Neighbors are now stepping in to help more than 200 people who were homeless after a massive fire. We first told you about this story yesterday. The flames destroyed the Drake Hotel in Minneapolis early Christmas morning. Danny Speedwalk reports it was used as a temporary shelter.
Come on, it's gonna be okay, come on.
Shalini Dugas wants to be strong for her kids.
It's Christmas morning and these children are looking for presents and hope and Santa, and the parents are trying to hold it together.
But it is not easy.
Nobody knows nothing. I don't have any family here. I'm from Louisiana.
Like, I came here with nothing. Not really left with nothing.
And I already lost everything once. And now I just lost absolutely everything.
Kim Jones didn't even have a pair of shoes, so Jennifer Wallen took care of it.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for all the volunteers.
It's good to see the human spirit, alive, especially when we see so much stuff that's so ugly and awful.
By afternoon, donations of clothes, food, diapers, even wrapped Christmas gifts filled a whole parking lot, leading volunteers to announce they could no longer accept any more.
We've got enough. People really showed the spirit today.
Hennepin County Commissioner Angela Conley says the Red Cross set up a 3-day shelter, but the future remains uncertain.
It was a shelter. We were in overflow waiting to go to another shelter, so we're all just, I don't even know, more homeless than we already were.
But with the generosity of complete strangers, it'll help them get through the day.
It's really a blessing, and we're thankful for Minnesota. Makes my heart feel good to see all these people out here.
But I thank you so much. I thank everybody that came out here to help us. I thank y'all so much.
All right, definitely thinking of those families tonight, but here at home, man, this warm weather sticking around, going to keep on going through the rest of the week.
Yeah, hopefully. Hey, Sam, are we going to see a drop in temperatures, or is it going to still feel like Florida?
It's going to feel like Florida the next couple days, but I think once we get into Sunday night, Monday, we'll see a little change that's going to bring us back to normal, but we're not going to be seeing any Arctic blasts anytime soon. We're just going to be back down in the low 50s and the upper 30s, which is where we should be this time of year. And that's what we're looking at in the upper pattern here as well. You can see right now very mild high pressure here right off the coastline there. The North Carolina coast is keeping us nice and mild for now, nice and warm through Friday into Saturday and into Sunday. And then we see a trough move in, and that will usher in some cooler air by the time we get to New Year's Eve. So we should be seasonably cool on New Year's Eve itself. So let's talk about how things shaped up today. We had a high of 66 after a morning low of 42, and we should be around 52 and 35 this time of year. So definitely well above average. Rainfall, we are no longer in a drought. That coming from today's official drought monitor, as we picked up almost 5 inches of rain so far this month. So it has been a really good wet month, and we're getting caught back up to where we should be this time of year. So as we look at the temperatures right now, what a nice night, huh? For the end of December, it's 52 in Canton, 56 in Atlanta, 55 in Thomaston. Some of the cooler spots, Blairsville's at 41, Dalton is at 45, and we're looking at 49 in Athens at the moment. But all in all, it could be a whole lot colder than this time of year. And we're looking at mild temperatures overnight, getting down into the upper 40s with expansive cloud cover. And by the time we get to those mid-morning hours, that chance of rain entering the forecast here. So right now, we don't expect a washout. We're just seeing those clouds increase at the moment. Some very light showers here in Mississippi. They've been kind of dotting the radar over there all day long. So we're going to see a similar showery pattern developing here. So it'll be very light stuff. And then as these frontal systems get organized over the weekend and come together, we'll see a better chance for rain on Sunday. And that's the best day for us to see delays at our airport. This is a travel delay forecast map. It's showing that as that storm takes shape, those folks from Denver into Minneapolis, Omaha, St. Louis, they'll start to see their conditions going downhill as that some strong thunderstorms move through on Sunday. And then as they approach us, I think they'll weaken from what they would have been earlier in the day across the plain states, but it will give us a chance for some delays at the airport as we head into Sunday evening, I think. So increasing clouds tonight, chance for showers on Friday and Saturday, and then rain is going to return on Sunday in earnest. So those clouds rolling in tonight. Tomorrow's going to look cloudy and gray as you head out the door. You can grab your umbrella just to be on the safe side. It's just a slight chance for a few little light showers here on a Friday afternoon and evening. And then Saturday, we'll see another gray start to the day. A few of those showers moving from south to north during the afternoon and evening hours, and then the rain becomes more widespread as we head into our Sunday and the early morning hours on Monday. And that's when we can see a few isolated thunderstorms. We're not expecting to see anything severe here, but the rain will pick up in its intensity a bit. So a 20% chance of showers on our Friday afternoon and evening, about a 30% chance on Saturday, especially during the evening hours, and then a 90% chance of showers with isolated thunderstorms on Sunday. That is going to be the wettest day of the weekend. Clears out pretty quickly, we think, on Monday, though, with the return of sunshine, and then temperatures back down to where they should be, low 50s and upper 30s for New Year's Eve. And right now we're looking dry for New Year's Eve with a 50% chance of rain on New Year's Day as we welcome in 2020.
Well, Hart Park is a really popular spot for people dealing with homelessness, especially around this time of year, holiday season. It's usually a place where people know they can go and find a hot meal thanks to some nonprofits and local volunteers. But people who work and live in the area called us today to say, hey, this act of kindness is great, but they're leaving behind a huge mess. Latasha Givens has more.
Most people wouldn't say feeding the homeless is a problem, and even the people who called us to complain about it didn't want to talk about it on camera because they don't want to discourage people from giving. They simply want the trash cleaned up. These are snapshots taken from Facebook of various organizations feeding the homeless at Hart Park, downtown Atlanta. But hours after the holiday meals were served on Wednesday, it looked like this: mounds of trash and food left on the ground overnight. City crews were in the park Thursday morning cleaning it up, but officials say this is why the city of Atlanta started to enforce an old ordinance of requiring a permit to serve food at the park. This is GSU Police Chief Joseph Spillane in a previous interview.
What we've discussed is trying to give people an appropriate place to feed the homeless. Appropriate meaning indoors, meaning tables and chairs, meaning sanitation.
Spillane says the permit includes a fee starting at $50 and going up from there based on the amount of people planning to attend. That cost is supposed to help pay for cleanup.
And we found organizations that tagged their group as being at the park serving food yesterday, and we reached out to them to get their perspective on the trash issue. I'm waiting to hear back, but one previous volunteer who was not there yesterday told me some of the older organizations often stay around to help clean up, but some of the new volunteers might not who expect those eating the meals would just throw away their own trash. We reached out to the city of Atlanta to find out if the groups had permits and how much it costs to clean it up. We'll let you know when the city is back open after the holiday.
All right, thanks a lot, Latasha. Tonight, here's a reminder from law enforcement. Don't show off what you got for Christmas because thieves can see it too. Several departments told folks on Facebook to break down any boxes your gifts came in and put them in a trash can before you take it out. That way people driving by can't see what valuable things you have in your house.
I'm Francesca Amaker with the A Scene. Tyler Perry is putting in that work, filming not one, but 2 new TV shows in Atlanta. It's coming up in the A Scene.
Bionic Arm. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans anywhere. From the Atlanta Braves home run king, my man Hank Aaron, to the human highlight film Hawks Dominique Wilkins, some of the greatest athletes have come through Atlanta. We're talking the Falcons, the Braves, the Hawks, the MLS champs, Atlanta United. This city has something for every kind of sports fan. So what do you think? Is Atlanta the best city in America? Connect with us. Use Facebook or Instagram and tell us why this city's got it going on. And then watch us every weekday morning from 5 to 7 on the Morning Rush on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Babe, where are my keys?
Where's my lunch?
Where's my phone? Hey, where's my blue shirt?
Where's my pen? Have you seen it?
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, oh, let's just order some Chinese food, and of course you wind up eating tons of that.
All right, folks, you know what time it is. You see your screen. It is time for Thursday's edition of the A Scene, and we are kicking off with big news about my man, Hollywood GOAT, Mr. Sylvester Stallone. He's filming here in Georgia. His next movie, that is. It's called Samaritan, and it's a thriller about a young boy who was out to discover a mythical superhero actually exists after disappearing 20 years ago following a tragic event. The MGM thriller hits theaters December of 2020. That's going to be good. And speaking of new productions coming to the state, let's talk about my uncle, well, my industry uncle, Tyler Perry. Ever since his historic grand opening of the studio, we've just learned, according to Explore Georgia, he's been working on 2 more new Tyler Perry TV shows for BET Plus and Nickelodeon. Now, one of the TV shows is called Tyler Perry's Assisted Living, which will be a series. Now, no other details have been released about the show, but keep in mind, Perry's original studio location was next door to an assisted living facility. The second show he's working on, you've heard of this one, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, season 7, though. The show about an Atlanta family will be moving from OWN to BET in fall of 2020. And finally, a casting call before the new year. Jordan Peele's HBO series called Lovecraft Country is casting for an actress to portray the wife of an actor. She doesn't exactly have to have that, sound like that, but I just like to sound like that. So she must be an Asian woman, 19 to 24 years old. Filming goes down January 13th, and it's paid. All submission details are on our members-only Facebook group. Just type your name in, and we will accept you. And for more of the A-Scene, folks, as always, head to 11alive.com/the A-Scene. And when you get booked for these roles, don't forget to cut us our 10%. Just kidding.
All right, friend, thanks a lot. After the break, DNA testing kits are popular holiday gifts, but this year some doctors are warning they can create unnecessary panic.
Nice guy too,
Yeah.
Jesse.
I'm saying in my experience, when growing up, good guys didn't
Chesley.
Somebody broke his heart somewhere along the line.
We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11 Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for coffee this morning. I'm learning the taste of water because I'm sugary.
Yeah,
right.
About that.
Well, reward would be
Slimming down. Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, a little water in my
yes.
cup.
And beautiful skin. Even more beautiful skin, when it's all hydrated and everything else. I'm not gonna be able to sit next to you in a few months.
Don't drink your morning coffee alone. Have it with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11 Alive.
Some mornings, what you want isn't what you have time for. And that's why there's the Rush Blog, the biggest news of the day in 5 minutes or less. Quick and convenient for all those hectic mornings. Catch the Rush Blog on the Morning Rush.
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11 Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11 Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
All we feel is good vibe with it. It's a good time. We don't worry about the hate. We just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special. You can find it between Cabbagetown and Inman Park. If you've never checked it out, it's a must-see. There are hundreds of works of art along the Beltline. I'm talking murals, sculptures, photography. This beautiful mural was created by the artist Hints. It's 100 feet long, and even though it was created in 2014, it still remains very popular to musicians and photographers alike. You can find it on the East Side Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite spot is down the street from your home or a great view. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram and share your favorite Instagram spots in Atlanta. And come hang out with me on Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on 11 Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more.
We're following that tragic story out of Texas. Funeral arrangements are now in place for the mom killed in an alleged plot to kidnap her baby.
The infant, little Margot, now is back with her father as the investigation moves forward. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
New photos this morning of Tammy and David Broussard with their daughter Heidi and granddaughter baby Margot, right after Margot's birth last month. Precious snapshots, now prelude to an unimaginable picture of pain. Heidi Broussard vanished from her Austin apartment on December 12th, along with her baby, only to be found dead 8 days later on a friend's property in Houston. Baby Margot alive and well inside the house. Tammy Broussard telling NBC News, Christmas night feels empty because the light of our lives did not walk through that door with Silas and announce, Mama, we're here.
She has a beautiful son, a beautiful family that's sitting here waiting on her.
This morning, little Margot reunited with her father, Shane, who posted this picture to his Facebook account and asked for help getting his whole family to Louisiana for the wake. NBC News has confirmed with Heidi's mother a viewing will be held on Friday, with funeral services planned for Saturday in Lake Charles, Louisiana. But the funeral comes with crucial questions unanswered. Like if childhood friend Megan Humphrey played a role in Heidi's death. Humphrey faces 2 charges of kidnapping and tampering with a human corpse. The two met at church camp when they were 11. Rachel West was Heidi's close friend.
What has this done to Heidi's parents?
I mean, I say Silas just lost his world. They lost their world. That's their baby. That's their only baby. Heidi is an only child. And for them to have to go through this, I would never, ever want to feel the pain they feel.
Investigators have not yet responded to numerous calls and emails about the case and a possible motive. Humphrey's attorney has also not returned our calls.
Pray for Silas.
Now a community mourns the unexplained tragedy.
Pray for baby Margot.
And turns toward honoring a beautiful life lost.
By the way, Heidi's mom says that the funeral will be open to the public because she wants people to learn more about her daughter and what she meant to so many people.
A 2-week manhunt has led New York City police officers to a 14-year-old boy suspected of murdering a Bernard College freshman. The teenager is one of 3 people suspected to be involved in that stabbing that killed 18-year-old Tessa Majors at the beginning of December. Majors was killed while walking through a New York City park just days before finals. Police are not releasing much more information on the suspect. Another suspect, a 13-year-old boy, was arrested on December 13th and charged as a juvenile with felony murder.
Well, it's a popular holiday gift that you may have opened up on Christmas. At-home DNA kits entice you to find out about your ancestry and to learn about your health. But when it comes to showing your risks for getting certain diseases in the future, doctor says you need to watch out. Christy Etheridge takes us behind the headline.
For only $129, 23andMe says they'll find your ancestry and test your genetic risk factor for certain diseases, including type 2 diabetes, late-onset Alzheimer's, and BRCA1 or 2, commonly associated with breast cancer. Dr. Cecilia Bellcross is a board-certified genetics counselor and an associate professor at Emory.
What's the issue with people reading these results at home?
If they're reading those results as this is a for sure 100% accurate prediction and ignoring things like their family history or their lifestyle and environment, then they're getting a very skewed and inaccurate picture of their actual risk.
Thanks to better technology, genetic medicine has exploded, and testing your own DNA has become quite popular. Thanks to several direct-to-consumer kits. Now with a quick spit or swab, people can do it from home. But Dr. Bellcross says interpreting the results is not so easy. She says think of it like a puzzle with 1,000 pieces.
We're trying to figure out the puzzle picture with only 50 of those puzzle pieces. So there's a lot of missing information.
On their website, 23andMe admits they only test for certain variants in a gene. That means if you have a variant they don't test for, you could still be at risk. It also means that even if the results show you're in the clear, you could still develop the disease.
Genetics is not a crystal ball.
The FDA limits how much at-home kits can say, so some people have gone the extra step of sending those results to a third-party lab. Dr. Bellcross says that's where the real harm comes in.
A study was released showing that 40% of the results coming out of that third-party lab were false positives.
This is potentially life-changing information.
Absolutely.
It could cause real panic and distress.
Yes. Yes.
And the last thing to consider, think about if you're ready for whatever the test could show.
Parents are doing these tests on their kids. Would you want to know if your 5-year-old was going to get early onset Alzheimer's disease? Shouldn't that be their decision on whether or not to be tested?
So we reached out to 23andMe and other companies out there. 23andMe sent us a statement saying in part, If an individual has a family history of a medical condition or other indications for clinical testing, we always recommend consulting a health care provider first. And we put that full statement on our website at 11alive.com.
A Forsyth County family was in for a big surprise when they realized someone has been charging thousands of dollars to their mother's credit card 5 years after her death. Jay Plyburn has more tonight.
For somebody to use a deceased person's identity to buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff is shocking. I got a notice from Regions Bank saying that no payment had been made on a credit card for Marcel Mathis, which is my mom, who'd been deceased about 5 years. Thought I had canceled all of her credit cards, all her accounts. Somehow one card slipped through the cracks and did not get canceled. And the credit card company sent out a renewal. And I went to the bank and found out it was not a scam, that someone was actually using my mom's credit card.
But it wasn't just anyone. Police say it was Marilyn Heilig, the woman who was renting his mom's house. Mathis says he was in the process of evicting Heilig, who had fallen behind on her rent.
I had given her a notice that her lease had been terminated. She's supposed to move out November the 31st, but she stretched it, as she always does, till the 2nd of December. All this time using my mom's credit card. The bank suggested that I go to the Sheriff's Department and file a report with them, which I did that same day.
Forsyth County Sheriff's Office detectives identified Heilig using the credit card all over the area, racking up some major charges.
$13,000. When I found out that she had been placed in custody, that made my Christmas.
Heilig has been charged with more than 20 counts of fraud, including identity theft. She's currently out of jail on bond tonight. And as a result of all this, Mathis says he will never rent his mom's house again.
An Atlanta man will start the new year with a brand new heart. Carl Anderson has dealt with heart failure for several years now. He was placed on a heart transplant list in October. Well, on Christmas Day, he received the gift of a heart transplant. Anderson was notified 3 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day that he had a match. Anderson is currently recovering in Emory's cardiac ICU. There is a GoFundMe set up to help offset some of the medical costs. It has already raised more than $35,000 from generous donors.
All right, so you open up the gifts, you love some of them, and now you're like, wait a minute, I want to return a couple of them. You may be wanting to get thrifty and save some serious money on things you don't want, or you just don't need it. Hope For found out what items you should get now and what you should wait to buy.
Before the end of the decade,
she got the wrong size.
The National Retail Federation says 77% of people plan to return at least one gift. 20% actually plan to return more than half their gifts. But a lot of people will be in stores looking to buy.
I'm waiting for the sale, so I gotta get a good discount.
People searching for belated gifts or stocking up on next year's Christmas decor. Lots of stores will offer 50% off, while some will offer up to 75% discounts. Clothes and accessories are the best bets.
Scarves, hats, mittens, things like that, because they're trying to clear the shelves to make room for new inventory.
But there's actually more reasons to wait until 2019 is over to start shopping again. New Year's resolution sales will open up to people wanting new workout clothing, and towards the middle of January, stores will offer Super Bowl party discounts for TVs ahead of the big game. And January is also the best time to start looking for travel discounts. Flight prices are expected to drop 11% at the beginning of 2020.
All right, straight ahead. After the break, a family dog nearly dies by chewing gum, the toxic ingredient that could be dangerous for your pet.
And we're looking at some changes heading our way. Warm air ahead of the front will keep us rather toasty the next couple of days, and then we'll see the colder air move in once we get into the beginning of next week. And in between now and then, we're going to be seeing some rain, so we'll time it all out for you next.
Coming up in sports, Peach Bowl Media Day went down for LSU in Oklahoma. We're finding out interesting new facts from the Tigers quarterback, Joe Burrow. Stay with us. Add some perspective. The 3 most interesting numbers of the day, what they mean, and why they're important. News and numbers on Up Late.
What's the best part about
Your voice, it is never too loud or too much. Your voice has the power to tell it like it is.
Bringing us together to act.
Together our voices grow. Together we come alive, amplifying voices and breaking down barriers to change the story and shape the future. Together we are unstoppable. Together we are where Atlanta speaks.
Remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hey,
and they
cliffhangers.
Would, you know, they would wait the next week. You're, oh, what's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans anywhere. From the Atlanta Braves home run king, my man Hank Aaron, to the human highlight film Hawks Dominique Wilkins, some of the greatest athletes have come through Atlanta. We're talking the Falcons, the Braves, the Hawks, the MLS champs, Atlanta United. This city has something for every kind of sports fan. So what do you think? Is Atlanta the best city in America? Connect with us. Use Facebook or Instagram and tell us why this city's got it going on. And then watch us every weekday morning from 5 to 7 on The Morning Rush on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Babe, where are my keys?
Mom, where's my lunch?
Where's my phone? Hey, where's my blue shirt?
Where's my pen? Have you seen it?
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
I woke up at 2 in the morning to be here. Where were you?
Once you allow it, right, then it sets you up for the entire week where you just have lost it.
Like on a Sunday, it's like, oh, let's just order some Chinese food, and of course you wind up eating tons of that. And then on Monday, you're like, well, I got leftovers, I can't let it go to waste.
Auntie wants to give you a plate to take home from the barbecue.
Auntie!
Auntie, don't invite me to the barbecue.
I'm gonna be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us.
Now, most pet owners know there is a long list of things you should not feed your dog, like chocolate and chicken bones. But did you know that ice cream, peanut butter, and even cereal could possibly send the family pet to the hospital? Jay Wallace, with our sister station out of Dallas, shares one family's terrifying experience.
Come on, bud. Come here. I've grown up with dogs all my life. When I was just as young as I can remember, my family's always had at least a dog. I think most people are familiar with the dangers of chocolate to dogs. Grapes is another big one. Garlic and onions. We were all home, getting ready to have dinner. It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. Not more than 3, 4, 5 minutes later, Lacey, our little Yorkie poo, threw up on the floor. Lacey, stop eating that. You're gonna get sick again. My wife yelled at me to come into the room, into the kitchen, because Lacey was looking very abnormal. She wasn't able to walk in a straight line, very uncoordinated, kind of leaning over to the side a little bit. And she eventually just fell over on the floor. As my wife's holding, a dying dog in her lap, I'm just doing everything I can to get to the vet as quick as we can. And then my wife rushes her in and they take her back immediately. But it was hard to watch because we know she's in pain. She was crying like I've never heard a dog cry before. My daughter, while we were at the vet's office, who was still home, contacted us to let us know that she had found some partially chewed gum on one of the beds in the house. This is the exact product our dog got into, and you can see, if I spin this around here, the very first ingredient right ahead of chewing gum base is xylitol. I think a really simple solution just to get the awareness out to the general public and to the consumers is a warning label on products that contain xylitol. We weren't aware of it. I'm sure there are others out there that own dogs that aren't aware of it.
We have a lot of really critical patients. We're taking care of some of the sickest of the sick here. By and large, the most common source of xylitol toxicity is gum, and almost invariably it's, you know, a big container of Orbit's gum or something like that, Trident, that's left in someone's purse. There's been a rise in toxicity with it and lack of knowledge of it because it's been incorporated into our foods more frequently in the past decade. The major urgency lies in the fact that when blood sugar drops, all of the organs in the body suffer, especially the brain. So while weakness is one of the first signs that we see, weakness can progress to seizures, collapse, or even buildup of fluid in the brain and eventual death. Definitely hang your purse up or your jacket, if you keep those things in your pocket, out of reach of dogs or in a closet where they can't get to it. I love treating sick pets and I love getting them home.
Topping your 3 things to know, something else you may want to return, a hard-boiled egg recall. Linked to Georgia has expanded now to multiple stores. The recall is for hard-boiled and peeled eggs coming from Alamark Foods in Gainesville. The concern is listeria, which has led to at least 1 death and sickened people in 5 states now. The impacted stores growing tonight. We're talking Walmart, Kroger, and Trader Joe's. The FDA's website does have a full list of those recall products for you, so check that out. Amazon is touting a record-breaking holiday season with billions of items shipped. Amazon reports the number of items delivered with Prime, free 1-day and same-day delivery nearly quadrupled. Some of this year's most popular items came in the form of toys, games, fashion, home, and beauty departments. Other items this year, Amazon's own Echo Dot and Fire TV stick. And it is a change. It's a chance for you to get some free Starbucks for the next week. The coffee giant is going to hold a series of pop-up parties at 1,000 locations. Starting tomorrow for you, at least 4 of those will be in Georgia. Customers are going to get a free tall, handcrafted espresso beverage of your choice. Head on over to StarbucksPopup.com to find out those locations.
I think we could have used some of those tonight to keep us going throughout this evening. Hey, we're looking out at the beautiful, historic Newnan Courthouse here. It is absolutely gorgeous, surrounded in lights. It was a great night to get out and look at lights because it was so mild as far as the temperatures go. The winds were calm, and all is quiet for now. Mike Sussman posted this great picture on our Storm Tracker page of the sunset. We had so many beautiful, vivid colors showing up in these sunset photos tonight. It was really something. And this is because we're getting a front in here, and of course those high clouds create some really beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Right now temperatures are on the mild side. We're in the mid-50s, and today we made it all the way into the mid-60s. After a morning low of 42, made it up to 66 degrees. That was 14 degrees above average. And the clouds, yep, there are those clouds that have been moving in throughout the evening hours. That's why we had the beautiful sunset today. All these high clouds moving in advance of a frontal system. So high pressure is still in charge for now to make for another mild day temperature-wise on Friday and even into Saturday. And then we get those southerly winds ahead of the front. So we'll be quite warm as we head into the weekend. And it's going to be until this front really gets through here that we're going to see some cooler temperatures moving in, because there is some cooler air on the back side of this front. So we'll be cooling down back to where we should be this time of year once we get into the beginning of next week. And that will be after these two systems combine and bring in a really good chance for rain on us on Sunday. So rain heavy at times with some possible thunderstorms. Right now, not expecting anything severe, but we could have some thunder rumbling. So clouds on the increase overnight tonight, and then a chance of showers developing mid-morning tomorrow. Very, very light indeed. So we're going to be cloudy with just a few scattered showers on our Friday afternoon, mainly south of I-20. We'll have scattered showers again on Saturday. A little better chance, a little bit more widespread. And it looks like the last Sunday of 2019 will likely be a wet one here here. So we're looking at things shaping up like this as far as the clouds moving in overnight tonight. We'll see a gray start to tomorrow and a few showers developing here. Like I said, mainly south of I-20 and south of I-85. So you may have some spitzes of rain on your windshield tomorrow, just some very light stuff. And then as we head into Saturday, once again, a cloudy start to the day with a chance for showers developing during the afternoon and evening hours, and then the rain becoming more widespread into Sunday. And of course, this is the last Sunday of 2019, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy one with those widespread showers, possible thunderstorms as we head into the latter part of the day. So late evening into early Monday, we'll likely be tracking some thunderstorms on our 11Alive Storm Tracker radar. So we're looking at 20% chance on our Friday, just a 30% chance Saturday, a 90% chance though on Sunday of some showers with some isolated thunderstorms. Things should clear out quickly on Monday, and we should still have a dry New Year's Eve. Right now it's looking dry and seasonal. Low 50s for a high temperature, upper 30s for a low, and then rain returns, we think, on the first day of 2020.
Saturday, we get a showdown between two epic offenses in the Peach Bowl, and today LSU and Oklahoma took on Media Day. It's a matchup that features two Heisman Trophy finalists, and it'll be quite the battle at Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the semifinal game Saturday. Oklahoma quarterback Jalen Hurts, he has experience in these semifinal matchups, while Heisman winner LSU QB Joe Burrow has taken the world of college football by storm. He's projected to be the first guy taken in the NFL this draft, and for good reason. He also revealed something very interesting at Media Day today, that the coaches apparently give him more reign than we thought.
The biggest thing that they do that I appreciate is they ask for my input in the offense, and they not only ask for it, but they implement it. And, you know, Coach Ian, Coach Joe come to me on Monday, ask for ideas, and they'll be in the game plan on Tuesday.
An NFL QB already. All right, Georgia State continued Arizona Bowl preparations today. They'll take on Wyoming for the first time in school history on New Year's Eve. Georgia State reeled off the most regular season wins ever for the program with 6, and now they're challenged with playing a team that they aren't familiar with.
To play someone you're not very familiar with is always, you know, it's an issue. So in the preparation, we have to do a lot of reviewing of their film. We got to watch their entire season. You know, they're a tough physical football team, so we've got to go out there and understand that's the game we've got to play, and we've got to do that each and every week when we do play. But playing a Wyoming bunch that prides themselves on that is something we got to match.
Okay, look, it's the year of the quarterback in this year's NFL draft, and the star-studded QBs continue to pile up. This afternoon, Washington quarterback and former Georgia signal caller Jacob Eason announced he's declaring for the NFL this year. He's considered to be a top 5 prospect at the quarterback position. He spent 2 seasons with the Dogs, as we know, before departing for the Huskies in 2018. Hawks fans have been very excited to welcome John Collins back to State Farm Arena. Finally, after his 25-game suspension, the Atlanta forward, he'll be playing in front of a home crowd tomorrow night against the Bucks. Now, his presence has obviously been missed since they went 4-21 in that stretch.
It's going to be very exciting for me. You know, I walked in and out of that arena so many times without, you know, playing, and, you know, the normal people seeing me in action. So I'm just happy, you know, I'm going to have family and friends in the building, real fans that are supporting me. And my first game back, I'm going to be happy, super excited.
Okay, I saved the best for last. Former Georgia quarterback Matt Stafford and his wife Kelly spread some Christmas joy yesterday. The Lions signal caller and wife showed up at a home to 2 boys who recently lost their dad. They provided Christmas gifts and video games while also spending some time with the siblings. And Kelly Stafford is still recovering from having a brain tumor removed last April. Some good stuff right there. All right, that'll do it for sports. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ah, it's in my drafts. That's my bad.
So you slept in and you missed morning rush, huh? Well, here's what you missed. In my experience, good guys do finish last.
Stop.
I consider myself a nice guy. I've got the most beautiful woman in the world in my eyes.
You're a nice guy too,
Yeah.
Jess.
I'm saying in my experience, when growing up, Good guys didn't
Oh,
finish. Somebody broke his heart somewhere along the line. We're here every weekday morning, so come on, hang out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
You didn't get my text? The whole crew got together for coffee this morning.
I'm learning the taste of water because I'm sugary.
Okay,
Right.
About that.
Well, reward would be
Slimming down. Okay.
Yes.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
a little water in my
yes.
cup.
And beautiful skin. You know, even more beautiful skin, you know, when it's all hydrated and everything else. I'm not going to be able to sit next to you in a few months.
Don't drink your morning coffee alone. Have it with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m., only on 11Alive.
Some mornings, what you want isn't what you have time for. And that's why there's the Rush Blog, the biggest news of the day in 5 minutes or less. Quick and convenient for all those hectic mornings. Catch the Rush Blog on the Morning Rush.
Everybody has learned how to drive, so I'm going to go ahead and retire.
It didn't last long. Crank up your morning rush with Crash Clark. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive. Traffic brought to you by John Foy & Associates.
Atlanta is filled with great photo spots. And of course, I would know because this is my hometown. I'm 11Alive's Francesca Amaker, and I'm about to show you my picks for the 3 best Instagram spots in Atlanta. The Outcast mural is one of Atlanta's newest hotspots. Created by the artist Jex, people flock from all over the world just to get a shot of these 2 hip-hop legends. News of the mural went viral when Big Boy himself gave a shout out on Instagram. You can find it tucked away in a back parking lot in Little 5 Points. An Atlanta icon, ever-changing, always interesting. The Krog Street Tunnel is full of artwork from some pretty eclectic Atlanta artists.
Yeah, all we feel is good vibe with it, it's a good time. We don't worry about the hate, we just pass it to the side.
There's graffiti, community messages, concert announcements. You really never know what you're gonna get here, and that's what makes it so special.
Well, you'll likely wake up to kind of a gray start to tomorrow and a few showers possibly developing during the day, but just a 20% chance of that. 30% chance on Saturday, mainly in the evening hours, and that's ahead of the front that moves through on Sunday. So Sunday, it looks like widespread rain. You may want to make alternative plans indoors on Sunday. Dry it out Monday, and right now it looks like a dry New Year's Eve. Hey, we'll have more weather news and sports. 11Alive will join us over there next.
Trail under Virginia Avenue. So let me know what you think. It doesn't have to be street art. Maybe your favorite spot is down the street from your home or a great view. Connect with me on Facebook and Instagram and share your favorite Instagram spots in Atlanta. And come hang out with me on Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. on 11Alive.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
It looks like fun.
They are fun. And they're convenient.
But
But they're being dumped everywhere.
5,000 scooters at one time active throughout the city. I enjoy them myself. They're fun. There's got to be some regulations.
I just feel like we have to evolve with the times, though. They're not going anywhere. They shouldn't go anywhere. It's a new way of transporting.
Yeah.
We have to evolve.
I'm going to be looking for you next time, so use the hashtag and let us know you're hanging out with us. Morning Rush, weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m.
You see them all day, every day. Headlines, stats, and numbers, but without context, they're just clickbait. So let's add some perspective. The 3 most interesting numbers of the day, what they mean, and why they're important. News and numbers on Up Late.
What's the best part about
Your voice, it is never too loud or too much. Your voice has the power to tell it like it is.
bringing us together to act?
Together, our voices grow. Together, we come alive, amplifying voices and breaking down barriers to change the story and shape the future. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are where Atlanta speaks.
remember the old days, the old cliffhangers when we used to watch shows?
Hey,
and they
cliffhangers.
would, they would wait the next week. What's going to happen to the $6 million man? He was hanging with his one bionic arm. Morning Rush, weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. Only on 11Alive.
Atlanta. Almost 6 million people call the Metro home. But what makes this place so great? I'm 11Alive's Chesley McNeil. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why Atlanta is the best city in America. Come on, man. It's the heart of the South. And it's one of the most diverse cities around. People from all walks of life have come here and made it home. From different backgrounds, languages, and religions. And who can forget about the food? They all make this a cultural melting pot, full of great people and Southern hospitality. Atlanta's rich history is unmatched, known as the cradle of the civil rights movement for good reason. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Andrew Young, John Lewis, they all fought in the struggle for equal rights right here. Businesses on Sweet Auburn Avenue, local black churches, and college students from Atlanta all helped shape the future of America. Once an Olympic city, Atlanta's home to the best sports scene across the nation. Hey look, the South has something to say. You won't find more passionate fans